and chances for Buja Ventures for credit card for ID card for na sika e credit to trust your mouth for the Star Enterprise nema interface dem has caps has mixer so osa no one tank die and one as say Ghana ye store so 3P garlic mixer why kesa bro so one the Kennedy digital satellite and home appliances and Obama obejuma ye e paso e tabia solak mixer oba masewa chika ye bema de go asewa no solak mixer change me dental clinic ni pase and ye ko change me da so ye and to ha change be you sasso anyway so almost so as with my fiber with the time where so se brana so ye repair et no about engineering one open air conditioner companies and air conditioner generators are what so over publication limited Spanish garlic mixer and garlic mixer and also makes me up for you lower blood pressure garlic beets misamo modena Colombia modena say Oklahoma places modena pray 3D wallpapers city ceramics misamo cabinet mirrors jacuzzis water heaters ceramics as well African prints in Ghana had your Buffalo Polo. What him say Nyamia to Father's Day in Makias Migo and Kaimu. Place the water say no be water say no papa Father's Day no Dino Makian Flamingo paint say your paint and your paint to fear Flamingo paint na obey mo pipes e di djumu no e di mujuma no DPS pipes and me come for Ediamo mo musi dying factories ahodo farms ahodo pipes there DPS miso drinks and what bianom the essence no one as say Ghana echo miso drinks bets the betcha our bets we and the betting course no and so Edibama Veron Ghana Limited same cancer some more boyano no about Veron Ghana Limited I swear doors and our pa door master and a town doors in and Luciano I inside basket I inside bus stop would you no be sa door master be a better and crime for young couple man toll boots now for waba most of some person bets without internet no oko kid bets what for phone no about star 385 hash would them be okay and so at the amount see Jumani no ya ba be hye Jumani na so na fe ya bonkomo ye pa sa de ensam na de and a dosu ye pa kwa me bia I find here Yankopon bibia boko fantastic and somebody be break and one Eid Mubarak won yeah oh fantastic who did ni here oh yeah good Biggie Bibi aboko there Bibi sa kwa me question what stress aden say many age say me nua say odi holiday ni ye na who di ni saying o me dey say ja homeboy na me shefie typical homeboy asema okay say odi na shefie na o debi say wo say odi ye no minim ba bia odi no enti de minim de mintimi nka enti me ka me dia minim debi say the way I was Sunday say me die oh de na me wo fie ase de minim Kweku ni dan ne ye de na oh debi ba ka de sa kwa be de mbese me kire ne say minim ba bia odi ni ntimi fa wo mbam but me die na me wo fie sa na mbese me kire yo mate okay and then somebody they will now Sarah Jane on Facebook and our question of the day and yeah na and that question of the day a very tricky question say your question of the day are proudly sponsored by Alaska Star Enterprise and him I don't face them the authorities is office ama why fair Alaska Star Enterprise na daroma then the question of the day is say who among these players do you think deserves the African Footballer of the Year it's a question like here say players me saying why no ususu said African best player no yen fama no Footballer of the Year Africa among for dream on Ballon d'Or and no problem the African best ni Mohamed Salah, Victor Osimhen, Ashraf Hakimi, why and NJ player of the year, African footballer of the year. Chirawajen, our Facebook. My boss is here. Facebook, Lawson TV, our Facebook. Kwame.
Well,
and that question in you.
Yeah, I think a good question and a tough one. So because say we 3 players here on Modasuya, I believe will be a good season. Every award be award. And the criteria you did not so I timi edition here the Massa Award no. So over Africa say now Kafa criteria now you di African best player no. Sa criteria no baako individual performance. Individual performance what team you put it up. Sa period no and answer sa year no. Then you baba be achievements. Then na ultimate J ye. How are we discipline? Sanyo mani nyina na okaboma eya na yede ehwede yedi sa awards no. And Kweku say wo hwe Mohamed Salah, to be honest with you, this season individual performance Mohamed Salah eteke 34 goals, 23 assists in all competition, being the top scorer English Premier League, or winning the best player England. Say individually na the performance no was through. Then o share collective achievement the also timi J ya otimi J the Premier League which a big trophy Mohamed Salah edebe Canadian no ho but wo share Hakimi Ashraf or your right back individual performance Hakimi Ashraf etike as a right back on expect to say obema on numbers see e ka goals ontimi Mohamed Salah ontimi Victor Osimhen mu she goals because oye defender but otimi ma on 9 goals 14 assists in all competition. So individual performance Hakimi Ashraf eteke then about achievement and the OJ na ye OJ treble OJ trophies akesia na all competing nyina so e ho no teke oche Victor Osimhen na okọ Turkey no osako dominate wo ho 37 goals in our competition 8 assists the top scorer e Turkey the league SRG Turkish cup no so wo cheke abrante e friend say Victor Osimhen na oteke individual performance collective achievement so take so Kweku 3 players ni nyina no individual performance omo ho collective achievement obi agi trophy enti eba down to why na ne die no eduo and to me won say Hakimi Ashraf achievement this season no I was so say Mohamed Salah de I was so saying Victor Osimhen de numbers ne de Salah numbers Victor Osimhen numbers Hakimi Ashraf defender untimi mfa numbers enjaje no but no pokra numbers so make it for himself no na was through the individual performance that was through and in terms of achievement no so no na the enu edu essence are 2 players na so maybe to be honest with you a difficult and a tight race a tight power by me tepo Hakimi Ashraf
me person me miss out say we've talked about numbers and a collective achievements na impacts sa individual no have on open on the club no so we
omo nyina impact
into one and any impact so pa
say impact ne pa de say uhwem pa de Mohamed Salah impact na was pa Mohamed Salah impact na was because so check the number of goals contribution na Mohamed Salah enya in the Premier League now check goals are Liverpool for share your Premier League now Mohamed Salah impact na was the same thing applies to Victor Osimhen then Hakimi Ashraf Kweku say okay ka normal no mugina so di to aba no criteria na say offer ni nyina 111 de ne de no meka say Hakimi Ashraf eno mean say for the be 2 seasons ni o baako time Victor Osimhen age no Hakimi Ashraf di second ana Ademola Lookman age no Hakimi Ashraf di second so for the third time
I sympathy voter na
this senior man Salah
so he has done very well.
Salah ya de do.
He has some more.
Salah ya de. Omo nyina ya de by think say Hakimi Ashraf sa UEFA Champions League no ojeka won no and na mani mu ayedu.
And was a final.
Asem no.
Isaac Combat say Hakimi bra attitude they say Mohamed Salah acoustic nana Kweku say Hakimi because he's won everything in Europe. Well, Rudy Rich as Salah okay Kojo Ampoma as Hakimi nana ya wamponsa Boatson says Salah I'm unfortunate Arnold Johnson say Hakimi. Teofilo Samu say Kweku show no live from Kuwait. Okay. Michael Chilevitz say one for the Uchu Sunamba or so enjoy show no live. Monsieur from Favorson or say Hakimi oh Hakimi. Kojo Paradise say Hakimi. Also Safo Isaiah or say Hakimi. And Ghana focus on much of Biggie. Kogu Jinahi.
Kogu Meko for Mohamed Salah.
Okay.
Yes, my main shot here from Victor Osimhen as a player. Victor Osimhen, baby, I will free by last 2 seasons on the African best footballer. Performance or dynasty with Napoli. And the consistency, when the game, you many idea, boy, man, Napoli to make the Scudetto. At that time, the impact with team was felt. In fact, he was the top scorer in the Napoli team. We are only few one man. In the Italian Serie A, on a top scorer with Italian Serie A anymore. And he gave a dominant performance. The impact was great. League nana obonim, any team nana osia kind, and so a woman. He was a star performer for Napoli Boboko. And eventually, nobody money so and he won the African best footballer of the year. And moving on from there. Performance our dynasty was taking numbers our goals are watching and how good he's been since joining the Turkish league, you know. Performance and I was through. We goals are watching everyone as we speak. He's the foreign importer watching the most goals. Our Turkish league ni mu. Obian one ma or foreigner. Our team the Victor Osimhen. Our Turkish league ni mu. Clearly, a branch anymore I was through. When we talk about impact, he's been there. French Cup ni muno or share 5 goals. Kweku in the finals, Otimi share 2 goals. And the 2 goals or share any kahon. And a team my friend said Galatasaray, the French Cup. I'm sorry, the Turkish Cup. And so our finals ni mu. It's the performance and our through impact and our and collectively wabuam the team. And so any laurels. It is a obemna or fighting for such prestigious award. Ubetimin Penify, say he's a quality player. No doubt about it. Ashraf Hakimi, Nemodimo was so seriously speaking, or a Champions League ball our bought this season, the Paris Saint-Germain. Kweku is not just a team player, he's been an interior member. When it comes to Paris Saint-Germain, a Champions League, you know. We are only few of my league into so the performance I was through as a defender, numbers are or the goals are watching, assist our any idea clearly, you know. And the trophies are what JJ, who you know, Baba Beckham say, or vie for the African best player. And your problem, not at all, because he's shown that kind of quality consistently this season. Open one of the players on my bomb more than Paris Saint-Germain. But maybe problem, and they say, in the Paris Saint-Germain team, was he the best player? Now we'll be talking about impact. To me, he wasn't. Say me, the top 5 best players for Paris Saint-Germain team in the Gra. Me Ashraf Hakimi in count. Yeah.
Top 5
men fan count.
PSG.
Yes, Paris Saint-Germain.
Players any impact with team.
With team so this season.
Obabubiana.
I will met me Abu Osman Dembele. Desai Doué. 2. Vitinha. João Neves. Okay. And then maybe Nuno Mendes.
Okay.
Nuno Mendes numbers in this row. But why it matters most to stop certain players do the job and he's always been there. Ashraf Hakimi has been very good, and there's no doubt about it. But players, he hasn't been the best player this particular season for Paris Saint-Germain. Mohamed Salah, talking about impact. Kweku, that is the key word, impact. Or Mohamed Salah numbers. Our Premier League this season. The numbers, our Liverpool team this season. Mohamed Salah is the reason in Liverpool Premier League champions. Wama that numbers are a bit me a carry team no and so they are called baby said you mukobia. Who you only free one man. There are certain players Kweku Meka say he's a top of the mind player. Meka top of the mind player. Ubo Liverpool team now. First player in the Baba Bisi Utrimi Waya. Mohamed Salah. He's the face of the team. He's the best player for the team. And for me, on also what me about home modern at the league in Swabi. For Ashraf Hakimi, collectively, only the team did splendid to win the treble, get the Champions League the first time for Paris Saint-Germain, and on one player and getting it for the second time, he hasn't been bad. But I feel that per impact and the consistency, and so our league this particular season there, Meko for Mohamed Salah, I feel he deserves it. And the previous 2 winners, no marginal, Obiano treble, Obiano Champions League. Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman. So clearly I'll go for Mohamed Salah. I feel he deserves it more than any other player.
There is a Osimhen performance in the Yen is in Chenkakra.
Yeah, but baby, you could play, you know.
Galatasaray. Nti Shannon finance and
yes, league, you know, Amana BBO. He only showed say he's a consistent performer and he's a good player. Senko ko make say comparatively league wo form kakra na wan timi am perform ya. Anka no ne bedi ho nkomo. Say obi a ye pe bigger moves, bigger opportunities amano. Na if you say one of the top most strikers of Africa. Wakwa ko pim o take wan timi am and can never young come but at least Okoko PM no Timmy boy any day. He's done well, but comparatively, league now form kaka compared to the top 5 leagues, and I believe say only be Victor Osimhen and so the Efrim Kweku. Between Salah and Ashraf Hakimi, and I'll go for Mohamed Salah.
I'm watching the show live from Obuasi. I'll go for Hakimi. Salah won only a trophy. Okay. Mate, inti among focus on what show my dream. If say Hakimi, bright appear say Hakimi all day. Say I'm unfortunate. Kwame, I'm just wishing for say one day be yeah one discussions nanka ye king nanka Ghana play be fin yeah they would di hun komo. What I say, but a hard dream.
A hard dream
pa Kwame.
I check the reality so. A hard dream there, but I check the reality how I say. Your players need to me ambassador top level no nti say player Ghana for enim so bit my baby do some pen so no akwa yi Mohamed Kudus because on na say or ya bensa and say Mohamed Kudus e be do some pen so na I believe there was say otimi bo ne homodin na o move ko a team a e betimi ama ne mu ayedu o compete at the highest level say o see a kind of ma West Ham no disrespect to West Ham on expect West Ham say West Ham be compete or Premier League nim on expect West Ham so be compete or UEFA Champions League nim by sa level na betime push Mohamed Kudus enti say Mohamed Kudus etime free even West Ham about Chelsea for the say transfer ya be Mohamed Kudus aya linking it to Chelsea we free West Ham akwa Chelsea in the Premier League so when timi anje kra na ye come on betime compete for untimi ni Chelsea
be Champions
Chelsea say about Champions League and playing at that level a position we enti say when your numbers no ebeka ho na eboa
you know ya dream say very unfortunate to say 2025 Ghana your best player and I say a player of biggest club Arsenal what I say and I'll be full for baby
say patina
and because Arsenal and full for baby
patina was
so it's sad in terms it's a conversation we all need to have say your Black Stars place now say almost started big club what I say Michael Essien played for Chelsea Madrid Sule Muntari Inter AC what I say Kevin Brady Stephen Appiah Juventus
yes
what has happened and now then all of a sudden and they cry see a place in the Bobo you want to mean Bobby Clubby
and a hard dream pa
and Kweku here be here pa say could be making a move away from West Ham now and I say with no disrespect to West Ham team no say ohe ball Kudus abodi ama West Ham season ye twem and the previous one was way better than the season ye twem and after last season and in the just ended season but even with that Kudus numbers not any bad sir getting around 5 goals and 3 assists it wasn't bad just per what he did in the first season with West Ham no not expectations and I was so but I believe the kind of football our body ama West Ham any performance I am free or West Ham senka Chelsea aye di hun komoyi and o ma sa performance ne wo hono mo a anka di Kudus be kosoro e di a chance say ye hu West Ham yi enti very important say o ye footballer ubenya a bigger club and so abo na apeja I elevate you status no e dey do a certain level when we are talking about players when we are talking about performance when we are talking about quality they be am focus say e domani sadio so ntakrache and so ubenya sa ntakrache na it depending on baby a wu gina yes there have been Chelsea players at this season yes but comparatively ebianka performance na Kudus de ma West Ham no Chelsea no de ma ya anka ni dini be koso Chelsea players ni bi but we talk about them because omo Chelsea aside no say Chelsea get too closer to winning trophies was so the chain West Ham United bebre and the nyina ye be jatum say Chelsea no ye season nasia at least say a Champions League, a league, FA Cup, whatever time of trophy, Chelsea are competing for. No. Chelsea one of those favorites. and so our tournament and other trophy be or compete for mu. And I believe that your players need these bigger moves are Kweku bet me abo na elevate your status and so our football mu.
And Kweku nim me pretty sure say Mohamed Kudus enim Sadiwi. That's the reason why I say Mohamed Kudus were movie about Roof Agency.
Yeah.
Roof Agency is one of the biggest agency abenya wo ewiase.
Yeah.
Hona Kai Havertz mo Ademola Lookman mo. A big agency. Enka ni no Supernova. Jennifer hono. Obano. And he say we movie about Roof. So definitely Mohamed Kudus nim say obetime nya sa big teams na. Enye ne modern one kwa agent any links are omo because you will players bebre wo ho a enye modern bo na di omo bo sa top teams no. Players bebre wo ho a enye modern bo sa idea no okoban yan tintinti na okọ Manchester United. Wabo teams akesi. Chupomotin. We teams akesi awabo. Chupomotin. Wabo teams akesi sa. Oti ase. Don't say obi to say Andre mo.
Dede.
Are you family? One more agency no.
Oh, solid agency.
Someone more wasaman.
And we cry me one say Jordan Bessa so
movie. Because of omo agency na ekuro.
Exactly.
Omo timi enya teams ne bo.
Where you Joao Felix from?
Joao Felix teams are obo because of Jorge Mendes and say Kudus ehun saade we ode ne ho akobọ Roof Agency me sure say omso betime bie kwan bi dia mama wa be Kudus because Kweku adwuma ewiase abrabọ mpokra ebo no ubetima ye adwuma be bre onwa obi anim say o ye adwuma pa ba wenya onsa bi ampejawa obeye adwuma sa ye hu football mu nsa no ana ye agent a wo links no. So me want to see your players in the so no. Omon try na omon form home and big agency.
No, you Ghana players and someone serious. They need to start moving. Monko bigger clubs. What I say by performance. Yeah, say they be discuss African best say Ghana players. It's sad.
Talent wa how?
Kwame.
Talent e cry.
Your players Ghana they say
talent cry in easy.
Your talent, but why na so unsadu wako
anani asem
so what is having say you were Nesnyama solid guy,
very good player.
What is ultimus akurani what talent,
very good player.
That is you boy your players individually they have good talent
because transfers are you be nyina no one said and take Ghanaian players are semenyo
dina abaka
one said say bokra na sa perform because sanke him say semenyo ne Manchester ya lenke sa aba say no abafom Mbwemu na say for na ise
okofa kunya ni mbwemu
ana ise oti ase Liverpool ye linki semenyo ye hu di akwa
na kwam ye
Arsenal so the same
kunya deal say left footed player or catch ini sa deal ye Kudus deal ana meboa
yeah
ana kunya ye fan say Mbwemu assign ho aba be because Mbwemu di un say Mbwemu left footed ono so catch it say tisa na 10-8 roll no enka ye Kudus so
na wa team Manchester City pe obi obeka so ye attacking midfielder playmaker bi say sanka Kudus e betimi e was anka by this time anka 60 na straight
be say Black Stars place na dey mo boss B class C class teams nko
ana di you will be more also so mu teams akese by league na omo boni ntino ye hu omo obi ti say Salisu e wo Monaco o ti ase
B class of one
o say Monaco a top team
but Kwame say you top team ye nim ye top teams na
they make unya be party say wo bi mu wo ho omo bo top teams by league na omo boni ntino
I agree Ademola Lookman the team he said that kese but Atlanta competed in Europe okoje Europa and man ni mu yedu ono so de beje Africa
on say anka Ademola Lookman anka ye say Italian Serie A anka emu yedu ba obe compete with Europe no and the good news is say Salisu muso qualify for UEFA Champions League Monaco so ye be hu on say this season ko ye wo mo ne Barcelona crab anti sa baby ababo ne tournaments so ababo no si ye hu omo Champions League ni Europa mo no omo ko omenim a eboam ye players ne so no marketing wise ye timi hu omo rich no etimi mu timi bie so in as much as ye teams akese no competitions ne so no enso hu hia se ubo team kese mpokura na ye mu a ewo big stage na ha adwen enti yen try say baby a so ebebo no se Champions League omo ko omenim Europa League omo ko omenim eboam ye players ne hu omo
Eti transfers no Kwame mu obebre anadwi nyama dane pa anadwi enti yabebo transfers no ho of course de obia no so ya de ho asam so e de about game second so mama shaman and some na sena me from the say UEFA World Cup qualify second so Estonia Sebako Israel Eshamiensa Norway Eshamiensa Italy they na cross away the Italian national team in Norway Eshamiensa Ellen Lalad Bogo Alexander Sulote Bogo Antonio Nusa and so Bogo North Macedonia Sebako Belgium Sebako Wales Eshamiensa Liechtenstein Entimianti Czech Republic Esamienu Montenegro so entimi ante afei Gibraltar etifie ma Croatia ekwashom 7-0 ante Budame Bogo Ivan Perisic Andra Kramaric onyina no ebogo eno ye games ha eno so ekoso international friendly games ekoso Zimbabwe and Sebi Burkina Faso Esamienu Russia and Nigeria game no eye 1-1 Hungary and Sebi Sweden and so Esamienu Ireland Esebako Senegal and so Esebako Cameroon Ese Uganda 3-0 Morocco so Tunisia by 2-0 Ashraf Hakimi says here Ujafe our form brutal and we games across remember international games and more updates and also across the Maminura transfer market and say Nana Joe and Nana Joe what done on Nanyama ACC Mame Victor Osimhen na Embo Victor Osimhen hon komo say asatsa na Nana Joe na we say Victor Osimhen na Hilal for na for the 30 million afibia sikana Hilal for na Hilal for off from the command Napoli na 70 million. Now when we say for na no pay Hilal for no amofra Victor Osimhen say me man for sikani bi anka me ho amemma say Hilal for aho pepre because Mata said Diego Simeone in fact Simeone Inzaghi aka kira mo say omon for Victor Osimhen na beda no akobo club World Cup ni bi enti me no ka say Hilal for no so mama Victor Osimhen 40 million euros 35 million euros cash down bonuses eka ho na 5 million abeka ho na just afini mu nyina Victor Osimhen about 40 million euros afei bid on the Napoli no egusu ejina 70 million say Manchester Victor Osimhen at say 40 no na the mama the end obeko okajisikaro nebom dia kan say Hilal for ejina 70 million euros and Napoli for so ejina 75 million euros it's 5 million euros difference per and Galatasaray for no buafu supporters na say Victor Osimhen oyenipa bonini papa waba ye no can be 750 million euros and no cry asanso the 1 million euros at the account 60 million euros obra Victor Osimhen so akwa Galatasaray for so nipa bonini Victor Osimhen ngwadada wo eno stories and also epiafu oba Real Madrid as well next say and no am catch say Huni Calafat akwa Argentina and no area obedru you know straight from the airport Eko Vadibabas Eko Shia Madrid from Pennyfor or the Madrid from Pennyfor no quite no come briefly almost say Franco Mastantano no mona musuma me call ye de kosi ye when we say papa e for no Huni Calafat it's now 2 hours 30 minutes minina meetings a hotwa na and also Eko so na nyasam ketwa na ninina na say it was for Franco Mastantano no na say issues kakra ho River Plate for no omo gisi kan to mu wie no percent ka boy no and na no kobo club World Cup and farmer River Plate Empo said December ye season no nanka waba no waba to so nenso Madrid for so mu hia boy ni say until now some we who discusses me no can say Mr. Franco Mastantano the next week Madrid for be announcements now for bibia arrangement Manchester Madrid for person mo boy no. And so I register at the moment Club World Cup in the passports no okuta Italian passport and to Madrid for me afahon no mo so etimi I register make Madrid and some no officially Madrid for release video of omo jesia omo be the next season on say just in some Madrid for AUSU ya no wo check font no a wotimu say Santiago Bernabeu e no facade no e no and omo dey aye font kama e dey judge just in wotimu say Madrid for professionally just in akono ye nemom e for the tennis Club World Cup na Madrid the econo omo de and now no continental trophy omo kwaji no badge no at the bebo ni mu nti eno ayensama no so pie free Madrid as well ba Italian Serie A fixtures na babonten and now and mpanyimfo ekosia Italian Serie A mpanyimfo kosia ye edwendwen one omo the fixtures no and so e dia babonten ti ene ekoi say fixtures no and that television no so no teams ankese no Juventus and Cremonense and so bebo Fiorentina and AC Milan and so e bebo Roma and so no Sassuolo Solar and Sumebo and someone and also a PFU Hoba. I mean, to us, I mean, first stories also from bro. Donnarumma say, Italy forces say, Omugu, when was a papa or some Quadana Ebano, say, Quadano Obie, we say Italy could about World Cup day. It's since the 2018 Russia World Cup, Italy and Timian qualify, after 2022 Qatar, Italy and Timian qualify, 2026. It's some first game. Omni no way, Koboya, no way, as from 3-0, Donnarumma, so a ferry, Guasa, some part, the Italian national team. Said then, say, Luciano Spalletti, among for the last 4 games, Italy ain't me winning game. And they say Italy in some of the Anya Sabketwa, where can't now unim Yantuas when essence Portugal here. National team as they say Asumbio as I said. Portugal and Spain and as about the UEFA Nations League final and Portugal for and Nomco training our Bayern Munich for training grounds na nyam ketwa and now Portugal training na utimus training no Syria ni nyam say Rafael Leao na say no sama ba among for say Rafael Leao Bayern Munich for pe wa Bayern Munich for training grounds and now Rafael Leao omuye training was stress no akobo way no ni Cristiano Ronaldo stress ni nyina no Portugal for and Bobo Yanka Kankakra when him say Nations League final on Portugal for so the best Bia Mobeshe. Now and now Vitinha no Vitinha Eden to share go training grounds to say Portugal for no on when you Bia come and now Portugal for every training grounds for no when him say Cristiano Ronaldo the special Ronaldo over the black van we send a supporters no coordinate and ko Cristiano Ronaldo now so all kono krano supporters na kakra Cristiano Ronaldo na Ronaldo APA EDF black van mu no mutem Ronaldo na nya sabketwa and so alcohol yanto so na first stories for brothers and said Tottenham for and now Tottenham for say omopam Ange Postecoglou and say the money were for when him say Ange Postecoglou Tottenham for no F on Ejuma on the 6th of June 2023 and now na exactly 2 years pepe say Ange Postecoglou uncle say Thomas Frank coach at Brentford no and as I say penny for any din come here Seno so deal no so betimi aye adwuma Real de Janeiro yanko ho na san say Jorginho enra me catch say Jorginho abeko Real de Janeiro na fei wakwa extend in contract wakwa sign contract no e de ama Flamengo enti Jorginho yanko akotru na ebusafo Jorginho yanko akotru no akwa join Danilo and Alexandro says Flamengo World Cup qualifiers no more about him so many Chelsea Esperance and Los Angeles Football Club and a group since they say Jorginho Benyesha Chelsea or the club World Cup and now was signing contract to come G21 Jesse was signing contract until December 2028 since I know and someone also fit Jorginho as well and so ever Arsenal and a apprentice for the Benjamin Sesko conversation that was for the tennis says Arsenal for good so Benjamin Sesko the what say so bebo Arsenal I was say Arsenal RB Leipzig for din common and fay yes they no so betimi copy matter say RB Leipzig for na say 80 million euros release clause Arsenal for metua and no Arsenal for choir Arsenal for 80 million CA to Canada to the amamode sasi kan yenya nebom yenya negotiations na fay yentu sika installment you go so ya hwe matter say RB Leipzig for na say Arsenal for say installments in some one or more can the only problem ya nebom I was say Arsenal etua more than the 80 million euros since negotiations eguso ekoso ye hwe de baba ya one semen so edeba bro ebusafo Ousmane Dembele and probably Bakola nyame atuma UEFA Nations Cup league final ebeko so no anya de ometimi esia kan Ousmane Dembele out of the game Bradley Bakola and so out of the game say hard year papa na among forces to say Ousmane Dembele injury ebia na akwa serious it is semi-finals na so wentimi amadia na ne e asamo kobo na che say nya koye serious dia wa hwe ne na club world cup na akwa ofete Ousmane Dembele aprontimi enso so embo bi ento the baby player the one summon so at the bubble now make UEFA Nations League and San Samno from across Spain national team camp then kobon komo kakra esansa oko the Spanish national team camp almost go home babo so the ambassador Portugal easy crown ambassador Portugal it's now our the Spanish national team camp na nya some ketwa na when him say Spain for air training no mu wie ya omukọ room wo obi akọ the hotel Lamine Yamal and then the players not it's one omudin commander Lamine Yamal say hear me And someone also across the Spanish national team come and make us no. One of them say Lamine Yamal just say or month when you bring a bobo and Lamine Yamal na Lamine Yamal BSA France Dembele Uzra na Lamine Yamal. One of them say down Yamal sana when Lamine Yamal on say young TikTok and Lamine Yamal and no post video and so edit TikTok say masa on some more radio on any Dean Housen. I want sack giddy a month when you bring final no a month for prepare by this time of what da Lamine Yamal and run a joke TikTok huh Lamine
Joga xereca pra Joga xereca pra
Yamal and so and someone so appear few abayan to us where now men fast there also so and from Bressan says for the maintenance Nico Williams still on one Chelsea the Arsenal eguso el back rani punum sa Branson amra now on so and free Spain embassy kan and farm on maintenance says Nico Williams or you very comfortable el baby or on na dream say o free or into say e be move be crab ba Spain Branson is still no Barcelona or train or fafon or chefun enim ye basamon frame says hey, and said Nico Williams and all train Sanka Barcelona for Becassa, or the one in their chow, bra, and some person movie from Spain Afe on also Akokro for so AC Milan say buy Munchen for some more Prabran Safan or Rafael Leao or somebody seek over 70 million euros and at the bar when you say Rafael Leao, there's still no pushes up a soccer ball and my buy Munchen. Matasa buy Munchen for say 80, 70, 75 yen buy Munchen. Yanis Asicano, Matasa buy Munchen for all for meeting media call a 50 million euros. Minimum say AC Milan for them. So meeting me at Jesse Canada make a buy Munchen and Samno now almost sign a brand for Jonathan Ta nebom na akasa by Leverkusen for about say ama Jonathan Ta akusia kan over the Club World Cup now make sense say Bayern Munchen and by Leverkusen for it me at say finally agreement has been reached on akusia kan and so ama Bayern Munchen over the Club World Cup say Sikano Bayern Munchen for and so at say so mo betua Laurent Sani say yeguso ya trying to be extend the contract no at the ama Bayern Munchen and so be free club with mo akwade make sense say Fenerbahce for at the offer at the Aprano Jose Mourinho ni abre Galatasaray for show mu team and to say Fenerbahce so and show mu team at the Asameba and to say Fenerbahce Jose Mourinho say o metimi atua 12 million afibia ediama Laurent Sani till Laurent Sani betia se dia na afei wa be join for the batch make for the batch in sam no say enano na abrantia for the Edinjeko every club the mu connect so the matter say Jeko kwa Jose Mourinho so wo pe Dusan Vlahovic into Dusan Vlahovic and so emra na afei ono so be replace no yen twan say Dusan Vlahovic so betia se sansa Dusan Vlahovic asema making AC Milan at the offer at the akoma Dusan Vlahovic say afibia 7 million and almost bet me to them do some Vlahovic. You're trying the baby the one someone so at the Popro and now Spanish La Liga best player of the season. I called him Rafinha. It was for Rafinha, and as I say, the Spanish La Liga best player, and so I call at the man. Come as I said here, all is done, and I know, and I become a brand of Kylian Mbappe. The one somebody I say Barcelona. Almost sweepy awards in into best player Ekodima, best young player Ekodima Lamine Yamal, best coach and so Ekodima Papa for the Hansen Flick and they said yeah Oko Barcelona swaya and Yama Ekoye and so at the moment kakra yan twas when I'm first stories I want from real essence it was a for the maintenance Club World Cup na enche ekoso no say FIFA 4 e the changes kakra about the Club World Cup ni nyina say Club World Cup na ye bebo no referees no ye be mo abo body cameras into cameras abubo referees no into say ko ba say decision bi emu ye den e de ma va ye betimi yusu UEFA won say body cameras na abubo referees no afei yetimi e de take decision afei offside in some de bia and one some epa no the matter say FIFA 4 say advanced semi automated offside technology way omo upgrade no enti anya de benya official baby a controversial offside be some no nyina no Manchester say on be cleaning nyina e de fuel sense de omo de ba no e ya kono we de otim say omo improve technology ni ye pa omo say football no be bo no senses eshem into mistakes the pass mistakes be see e wa Club World Cup ni nyina ye nyan and omo use AI afei e dey collect data into say ni dey Club World Cup na ye be no say mo bien say new technology and e ba be use e the Club World Cup yen to so na memfa dey also and from Bristol say Spanish La Liga for say kancha man for say nyame atumwa on the 17th of August and Spanish La Liga and so ebe starting now on the 24th of May 2025 yeah the Spanish La Liga no so etimi area 3 midweek games el na Spanish La Liga na dey mean say Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid for actually their Spanish La Liga for say say Club World Cup no mo no so with me qualify from one groups no mo come anymore our La Liga for no certain dates na nya sa omo and also want some eba na Madrid and Atletico Madrid let them come on and say leg no instead of the 17th of August, you starting on the 24th of August. Any proposal, Atletico Madrid, any Real Madrid, and so Ediakoto, and Penifo, and Yan Twas Western said, I say from Mundo for say Chelsea. They offer their Coma Barcelona and I'm offer bang. It was a for the say Chelsea for say Christopher Nkunku, Basa Munyo, Munji Nkunku, Namoma, Femi Lopez. And the Chelsea for the Christopher Nkunku then. Now almost say Basa Munje or the Munje. Now more for Femi Lopez and from an American say Basa for say now more are move say a good year di wahana. Say yan for Femi Lopez and Nkunku no nimba and come up person mujana kwai. Ain't I know I story and so PFU about no area about for Luis Enrique. Hey, is say Luis Enrique there. Now kuma ni bibia se PG. Munim say na Luis Enrique ye didn't come among for sure but for Luis Enrique na bike no bike no and now I call live and or to PG nyom and all catch supporters say PG afi kra na mu na kese Luis Enrique say dem PG no e abon na bo yen ko tell Luis Enrique
Paris tous ensemble on chantera cet amour qu'on a pour toi qui ne cessera jamais. Après tant d'années, de râler et de combattre, oh pour toi Paris, on va se casser la voix. Lo, 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 lo. Un petit message encore pour tous les supporters parisiens. Votre support avant les matchs, pendant les matchs, après les matchs a été incroyable. Incroyable. Les meilleurs reste à venir. Allez Paris!
Paris inti ano ay Luis Enrique and so seven na Luis Enrique agile ni wunim send a place no so around say for the Kivicha Kwarascalia or Caen na akwas ogine nipa Georgia ni asem pa ne ho asem unu park no so ase kasa kra on kasa enijie pa ekoso se PG for trophies nya asem keto Champions League omoji ya place ni ji omani ti yankwa Kivicha Kwarascalia no no enijie mu enijie and say yan to so na fe yan fa dia from residence say boys no mo ju when you papa man for any abre no and it just seven on so edge takafu so cool man for linking to buy munchi na busafo they met na say an sports agency na no ko join sports 360 agency na Tony Cruz e wo no mo and all found them buy munchi for say buy munchi for ya tell mo peripheral yaw na takafu so cool ho mo nyen we na fe ono so be say kan so buy munchi for say that is an samo ko e no mo ko be rest of your dad for some 60 million no more buy munchi for 60 million no more for say kan wa hin enti yes buy munchi for say that boy no nyina nche say attention and sada ni so se sia omo other options so etimi ehwe and no David Ancelotti officially was signing contract no e dey amada Brazilian national team on say no so ne papa ko yi asa obekọ asa onko say wagye atum say onko bebi a on ne papa be adwuma or the Brazilian national team make a Brazil national team no omo next game against Paraguay na yenko Brazil national team camp esan say na nya sam keto Brazil national team camp no so ahobabo anka kranka Carlo Ancelotti no na SFF Barca no na only di the players no say first game no ankoye supporters ne di na dan won se ball no ball no enye fe ball tan Carlo Ancelotti say abotre Vinicius Junior no pressure one no so brutal almost was obo Brazil national team no team ball Carlo Ancelotti say munya abotre Vini betimi aye adwuma no kama e de ama enti no o hwe television no so Brazil for SFF Barca no yenko training grounds na fe yenko bon Carlo Ancelotti e catch a place no say answer we were park no so no bia anko gym enti the kind gym session kakra te Vinicius Junior no na place na bi edin komo ya gym session ni we no rap park no so park no so na Carlo Ancelotti say mon pass mo de mon pass ball so Brazil force mo pe pass no person who boy efe into they say rondo so no mo pre di ma we we so pre di ma we we so pre di ma we tu say eni bre wo mo ye papa no yen some free Brazil national team aso ye e ba yen ko England national team esan say England force so ne Andorra na Asia kan na some ketwa England national team no say omko campaign e was Spain for 1 week and na Thomas Tuchel and Sancho for Kobisa and say master adan England for was St George's or come camp where would the team ni na fi ho Spain say wo koye camp adan danger and coach say munya wotre na minchechire Sancho for no mo hia wo ba gima no esiboni sisi a munya wotre
The focus will be on the attacking patterns, on our hunger for and the reaction after ball losses for the counter pressing. These two will be the main topics for tomorrow, and this will then guide and demand the tactics. But these are basically the headlines. We want to be fully committed to a World Cup qualifier. It is what it is, and it's not less. We are huge favorites. It feels like, we have to fulfill our own expectations, and that's what we're here for.
And someone also appear few about Thomas Tuchel and what church and seven of the entire decided say move Spanish and the English national team akọ Spain kakrana fei almost say team akọ club characterizing and fei dom so betimi ayen twas where na me fa the from rest say and Nigeria yan tia some there Victor Boniface say we national team omobio hey Boniface say Nigeria for dinner tamo do na no obobo kama de Leverkusen ma be friend so mra Victor Boniface ba national team onu onje go assist on team nya o pass ball no man uhu de ode Victor Boniface Nigeria for so was too much inteyana on hani nia Victor Osimhen ana Victor say there Boniface say Mwedi matambia say national team nendika Boniface wedi 24 years ago. Now 24 years there ujai national team ne say also there be the only papa ya na why no so we ontime antoa so and farmer the national team say atemdidie no and so adoso John Mikel Obi say Chelsea mona mu dwa wanum and Chelsea midfield yi ono abo Chelsea team yi o say ono 2012 ono Mikel Obi time na obobo odi be okon enim kakra in the year 2012 no kra sa time na obobo o say inka Chelsea midfield no ko betimi awrum and na Chelsea midfield obewrum am say John Mikel Obi say no born na obo no even in the year 2012 no what this current Chelsea midfield to a obetimi awrum am say openyi ubetu Enzo Fernandez announce obetu Moises Caicedo also obetimi to mu nyina also no de o to Chelsea mpanyimfo no for Victor Osimhen wo ho monko forces say de we hu say ayeka na mpanyimfo no person mo different direction no o asem kan also ni asem kan ja mpanyimfo na ye o madwuma no so mpese omko fa Liam Delap edeba ono de na say o ka de Chelsea team no waka kira o mo say no full say kan team no e for Victor Osimhen nkebe boy ye pa so for them it's say Chelsea in some American matter say Chelsea for catch Enzo Fernandez say onko bi sa Julian Alvarez say obeba na say Chelsea for some pe Julian Alvarez former Manchester City now Atletico Madrid player sanka bank ebe boy nti omu yusu Enzo Fernandez say wa down for no one nka sa so obebo Chelsea so obebo Chelsea dia catch na fei yen first kan ko convince ko fo nti say Chelsea for Julian Alvarez say no so betimi abom because no let's come out for the statement ba sa akwa no mo nton Chelsea for say be pushi o beton wuchu mutan o beton Patrice Evra why extending the contract no at the ama henwa say why extend the contract until 2027 Inter Milan force so go so and Manchester United eguso mo din komo Inter Milan say do metimi aye for Ramos Højlund and say a loan plus an option of 45 million euros loan plus an option of 45 million euros. Manchester United say yempe loan asam eyanima mienu either say wutu sika ni nyina de ato and as a loan plus obligation interest dabi no bad way timi amwe akoye huniye into a loan plus option into no so negotiations say so gusu ekoso the bebe bia ya de one semen so at the papro na for young the Spanish national team kaka esan Lamine Yamal and now spending for a video no say Lamine Yamal fa so ne osorano pa oye dan ne odidi chese o video ni day ni nyina no yenko na afa yenko hwe Lamine Yamal say Spanish national team no omu project Lamine Yamal for the Ballon d'Or utimu say Spain national team no hey star boy Lamine kama yanto aso na me fa the from bro onim say World Club na ekoso no Club World Cup na ekoso Fluminense de enno na jo omotu afi Brazil ko fo omo promu hu ko US one tamu na Fluminense ko oni za Fluminense so wana tego server ho enti omo na ekona na Fluminense fo no omo ne Willian edin komo so Willian branda yen fo ko Club World Cup Willian so onko enti Fluminense fo no na no so ekomeka Brazil and some no Mr. Brazil Football Association say omo be 3 football development centers 3 new football development centers into no and yes some keto as say Brazil for them is serious so I'm say World Cup no call 2014 you know and we see legacy no gusu omo yo muwie into afei we ba be kan already omo 14 football development centers e wo hodada omo de miensa e be kan ho na afei omo che $2 million e de ama various associations in ketenkete na ho ni nyina se na be ya omo se betimi de rough football ni mutimu say ye go for ye serious say 2014 si kanu still no omo gusu omo ye hu adwuma kakra mame ko Fluminense Liverpool for mo ho esan said the Chelsea no Liverpool for at the improved offer at the come by Leverkusen for Liverpool for offer from the coin no na 113 million pounds 113 million pounds for the euros more 134 million euros in Liverpool for offer no na utim say ya nsa by Leverkusen for the BM no Leverkusen for no say 100 million pounds cash down and the 13 na account no add-ons na so by Leverkusen for no say Liverpool was say no market that say pay 150 million euros 150 million euros no equal pounds ma be 130 million pounds entire then na mo de 113 and the about the enkai na wahin mo fan so yes stall no an by Leverkusen for ya trying say on be reply Liverpool for some be sika no and also mo sika no unim so already Leverkusen boy flowing feet on Liverpool there o mo wie bibia na say ya trying the be bia the one seven so the Roland Garros and no French Open and so echo so Yannick Sinner fantastic Yannick. Oh, and running some ketwa. Yannick Sinner with Chad Novak Djokovic. Say final no asset Carlos Alcaraz. And Yannick Sinner and also a bit Nyakoso now. Ochayo Djokovic 6-4, 7-5, 7-6 inti. Say Djokovic and now the camera. Na the mic esi ujafo nim ujafo se wajia to say Yannick onimbo onim tennis no bopa. And you say among for so the best.
I think I've ever received this much support on this stadium in my career in big matches against the best players in the world. So I'm very, very honored to experience that. Obviously not the happiest because of the loss, but you know, I try to show my gratitude to the crowd because they were terrific to keep going and fight to the last ball, which I did. Congratulations to Yannick.
Yeah, and someone and also PFE Novak Djokovic as well. They'll be say your co-final against Carlos Alcaraz. They no so ba. They bet me Aquas say the Yannick and I'm on for and so upon about Suso former Liverpool AC Milan and Sevilla players say Suso say Okwa back to the boyhood club. Cadiz and Oshan say the free say Suso and so echo now Andy Robertson Liverpool for left back now also NA McTominay and a national team back and now our press conference now and Sancho for business so now for McTominay who the performance this season or quite Italy or quite Shata Obiano and boy no ne kasa o se no be so prove chire Manchester United for no say mo ya wrong no ni ball bo mo man a chance mo mfi no and McTominay kra wasa and oje ball hu de ode ya so no be so prove boy o prove Manchester United and English Premiership no nyina wrong it na ni age e de ama McTominay say McTominay ko yi wa kwa shata man for yen ko ti Andy Robertson
winner. I think we see that, you know, every day in training. He sets standards. He looks after himself. You know, he talks to the young lads and you know, tries to give off his experience as well. And I think he went over there with a point to prove. I think he wanted to prove Man United wrong. I think he wanted to prove probably people in the Premier League wrong. And he's went over there, and I think he's done that pretty successfully, and that's credit to him. That's credit to his attitude and credit to his determination to be the best version of himself. And now he's a king over there. Well, he's a winner. I think we see.
No, I am someone Scott McTominay. I'm for answer born wa baso when say Kai Walker so born abaso say akwe na me one na second or the English Premiership ko ye was surprise ye now say McTominay no oh a fantastic player.
United, when you've been at Manchester United for so long, to make that, I think even Napoli, the fans are very intense, but for what he's done, the goal that sealed it, like in the last game,
he is the boss man, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's running the show, and to go and win the league and beat
the best player,
and he's treated like royalty.
When you play with confidence, you can do anything.
Amazing.
If I showed you that picture 1 year ago and said, "Who's that?"
Okay, so
you would never go
now when him say
stop
Spain and Portugal game about so no, the Martin says Spanish national team no ebe show more away jersey. Into away jersey and the Spanish national team no, and so ebe share into enya some ketwa final no the besi omumie 16 wings for the Spanish national team, 7 wings for the Portuguese national team. Into jersey sir, 2 teams no, and so ebe share the television so Javier Tebas say Barcelona for munim there was somewhere munim de aye de amonya ntam oso mpese last minute ebedru and afei na wode krata na mo na Javier Tebas nya wo che ye de krata ni bo oso san ye ma no ompese obehu bi ti Barcelona for munim de aye monye na animu ya ompese last minute for Ebisana Sala Ballon d'Or no oso Ballon d'Or no de ono you feel say enkoma Lamine Yamal and Vinicius Junior mu bako na make Lamine Yamal and some Lamine Yamal papa enra wa count ho sam obiara ho Lamine Yamal papa say de bia mudi na tamunim de hano. Lamine Yamal papa say o epilepsy otwa kakra. Oh. Hadwen o say o epilepsy yare na de bia no onum no mako 5 o take 5 pills a day. O say munim de hano. Hano pa o say o yare oye chese yare pa e won so nyasam ketwa nti 5 pills a day nti o se sa yare no nkofo take advantage ano na ya na ne bufu ano ne nkofo yesa no se amonfo nka mo dan no mfo buani ni die enfo mo mu abusu ensan salama ya ma gina park no so na obobola obobol e de ama na abusu atitiri ono na oyare no nti o se nsam ha no pa na amonfo nim na de bia ne ye twabo no e na lame ya papa oye say o so ogine ni a e mo ntena se kakra ensan sa yare na won so no oh, one gin and Nika de Bia, that could be now. But say, Papa no so echo. Well, Jean-Pierre Gasperini was signing contracts no at the Ama room of spending 9 years at Atlanta. Say, when you extended contracts no, in fact, was signing contracts no at the Ama AS Roma. Say, oh yeah. Omo unveiling no ne Claudio Ranieri you team say yes the past and the new almost so together almost so yeah omo ne mana and Lewandowski say yan kanche obi asa so and Lewandowski was national team also Poland Poland kra na ono moti wono de bia mo di na tam saa so tie mo no a enka da Polish national team ko we jai da nenso so o boni ni die edema Poland for na nunti and de bia otoso Asia kan edema the Polish national team na Hans Flick e was for Martin say we dwa Testegen papa say Testegen the agent Echo Fred Deco say Deco nti me plan why fit Testegen na fit all training mu Mama boy no embo Champions League ni bi muni Inter Milan set Stegen da obetimi aya de say Deco ball Hans Flick amane na Hans say what say denzi who agent who know about them player men fan mobile. You say answer flag we say never call dia test again. I know anything on person we jano kwai now so e pe baby for instance say Subai ne dey coach no say nya de obetimi tolerate Subai no abra Argentina and so ne Kilibon when him say Arturo Vidal na Chile so nkokrafo Arturo Vidal da so sia kan e the Chilean national team 38 years Alexis Sanchez e bobi na Arturo Vidal and na on Rodrigo de Paul Kuma park so the boss say master what's too much kwana kwanya streaming I don't know what me and now that so bobo what's too much and someone else sweep yaba na ya kwana fei ya koyan what discusses and now France omo release video the abasa na no Spain show mo 5-4 no dressing room na nya some kitwa and some dey be bring Newcastle for a contact say West Ham for Kudus sisi am no can say West Ham say omo pay close to 80 million no into Saudi bibi buy be 60 plus bonuses and 70 into no you know Newcastle force wa become emu come Kwame
Kweku medasi na for ne yahwefo ena no pay ensem bebre na na dia tudwa transfers no ye di beba UEFA Nations League no so final no be koso nyame adoma Sunday ye be rem ti me de be kakra beba bigi so edi bi beba Kweku ma mention asem free UEFA Nations League final no be todwa nyame adoma Sunday between Portugal and Spain. If it is a UEFA for introduce our competition way a UEFA Nations League no 7 years man ye and 7 years no only 3 countries and etimi win is UEFA Nations League no Jodi can win ye no na Portugal second team and winning UEFA Nations League na France and the third team Omaya friend say Spain. So UEFA for introduce our competition way no only 3 countries and etimi win is tournament we be between Spain and Portugal one nyame ya adoma echi na obe win no na tese we win sa competition way for the second time because 2 countries ni nyina no obi e win baako enti wa be win nyame ya adoma echi na no ona say ye beka say UEFA Nations League no why most successful nation e was our competition way Kweku Portugal and Spain a long history between these 2 countries about politics are omo history kese wo ho about football mususu omo history kese wo ho a date way back in 1921 omo ball omo first official game and as our rivalry in this history never ho between Spain and Portugal by 2 countries we know omo sia na Spain e dominate Portugal for ne dodo because since 1921 ebesine no 40 times as Spain and Portugal Asia no Spain etime win mu 17 Portugal manage win 6 and mu 17 biem abo draw in terms of goals Spain at the ball nko ba 77 and ato Portugal tenem and Portugal for so the goals 45 and ato Spain at tenem even the last time mpokra ye hu say Portugal Spain Kweku ache that was 2010 I almost saw 4-0 na a friendly game so from 2010 Portugal ain't mean Spain BM. And historically, between these 2 nations, Omusia, na Spain for no, dominated Portugal for no. That's the reason why and Oko Spain for a camper, Omu did say. Once we Portugal, Umbeshi Omunquadie, Omu sa history no ho say, Omusia Portugal Biana, Omu dominated Portugal, and your good results into my Spain for no, some certain level of confidence we say, Yami Adumechina, Umbeshi Portugal win this game we. By Kweku, se ode no kreka sempa. In terms of individual qualities, Spain for no entwe Portugal for musa. Menka di owo team. Uyi individual qualities, se uyi player, the player we say, the player we say, in terms of quality, Spain for no entwe Portugal for nimsa. Because ye ka individual quality, o per country back wo Europe, eba individual quality, omo enough. Enough talent, more quality our national team camper Portugal eka hubi. And to check your from goalkeeper Diego Costa, one of the best Albania ewo Europe or Portugal national team camp. Nelson Semedo, our the right side of defense. Omo inform Nuno Mendes our the left side, arguably one of the best left backs at this season. This season, our Europe and Riasi at large. So what you center pair wa Ruben Diaz quality ho, Gonzalo Inacio individual quality ho. Check Portugal for midfield they say Chromo and the kind of materials and quality of Portugal midfield. A yet country or Bernardo Silva, or Vitinha, or Bruno Fernandes. Or Joao Neves. These are top midfielders. Are individual qualities. Now what's right? Se omu kosia Spain who expected se Portugal midfield no. Everything show class. Na check your final third no. And in terms of individual qualities, who say who compare Spain? Now who share a team a friend say Portugal. Opien will bet my convince me say individual quality in Spain for no ebro Portugal for so because Kweku sa watch Spain in Pokra omu team na wo na. Una Simon. Onye goalkeeper bet my catch me say Obro Diego Costa so. Omechire hono the house mono omo Ruben Diaz moso. In the midfield, Spain ewo obi to say Merino, or Zubimendi, or Pedri mo. These are top midfielders are technical ability no so. But when they compare Portugal for now, gab no emuntwe. And in terms of individual materials, Metima Kacho say Portugal will be, Spain will be. By the difference between Portugal and Spain, the Spain team no successful. Omu winning matches, omu ji Euros ni nani say Spain team na wo say no the flexibility in our approach, the flexibility in our system, and omu nyina ba together. Players need to be performing, and omu to be get the best out of them. And yes, Spain for no players are omu dem bono extraordinary. So what check Spain ne France in Pokra game na course na checking between these two countries. Who say though omu qualify to the final stage, by now omu dem bono bro France for no so sa. At the time of France, this Spain share, you know. Now we check France more than bo. Now check Spain more than ba. Now individual qualities they say France for obi. By the Spain, or more perform or more come in no. I had the flexibility in our system and our approach. So flexibility no, I bring the best out of our players and making sure say me bo as a collective body, as a collective unit. No many results of pay by individual materials. Spain for nim Portugal for nim sa. So may expect Portugal for say. Nyame ya do mechina. Omeme a good performance so ebe show say omo sa individual materials kosia Spain omo Kweku yenye education kakra bi wa hase say football na ye bon de bia betina hase ye kira de kakra ye frame bi say phases of play e wo football mu ye ka phases of player a period game na ekoso characterized by in possession and out possession then transition between the two. It is a football near bona, it is a merry-go-round. A qua ne channel, a circle. And it is a ukraba, ulusuba, who defend it. So ukraba who attack it, sana football na koye, and it is a anye eya, aye be, and the time we are the football ni channel, and on a football you can say, a ye phases of play. So over the Spanish national team, in terms of the phases of play, no, aye so mukrabo. Na omo attack and the Spain for holding and to say who Spain national team now and I'm say omo technical players omo ball skills more through players omo timi grab ball omo timi pass very well omo position omo timi receive ball e control ball no say omo grab ball na e ya na edene so betimi age ball ne from nsem anaso wa dominating Spain and to Spain na hoden kese ba ko pa no e in possession say Spain for ni e grab ball Oma hoden baako esa toso no and am say Spain for no players omutimi breaking lines omutimi ma supplies omutimi distributing omutimi creating into no eya omu win ball says here eya omu transition no eya na eye quick because omu runners Nico Williams runner Lamine Yamal runner and to say omu win ball na sa attacking transition no e mo omu strong so any national team bia wakwa face Spain bia no Spain na hoden ye bienu eye in possession and a transition to attack and a Spain for holding. So Portugal for no more Spain no. The first thing I will be say anytime be a Spain a crabo piano, a na Spain 4%. Pedro Porro and a Kukureya no mere right back and left back respectively no. Time biano omo acting as flying fullbacks. Football yeka flying fullbacker, a fullbacker or patrol wing so or konenim no asaba nechi enti intenten wono otimiko otimiba omo yeka ne so omo ye flying fullback. Pedro Porro and a Kukureya that type. The moment as our two players na ebe say omo be act as flying fullbacks no that moment na o expect Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams say omo move inside because Spain for nankasa team no say no in terms of a typical number 9 omo boss presence no omo nche ni saade ni bi wo ho say and anytime be a Pedro Porro ni kukura ya be join attack omo be act as flying fullback no na then when we say Lamine Yamal ni Nico move inside etode bi mpokra sa two players no omo timi invert na omo underlap to get control in the midfield. So Portugal 4% almost stop Spain national team. The first thing you need to do is to pin the fullbacks of Spain players, no Pedro Porro and Cucurella. Se opinion man, ube you so wingers no, minim the obesha asiye diama Portugal. Se beye Jota be operate on the rings, Rafali obe operate, Consasa obeba. Sa players on bebo on beye wingers diama Portugal no. E wase Roberto Martinez. Emo mu pini Spain for fullbacks. Se opinion man. Omo ntimi join attack ni bebre omo ntimi invert mo benya control eliminate team offensive Spain omo control ana omo offensive third no omo nye a lot of numbers one limit omo so we take Spain for na abranti a ono no ye friend Lamine Yamal ana Nico Williams. These are the two most dangerous players over the Spanish national team, and then nyame ado mechina me pe the battle between Nuno Mendes and Lamine Yamal
eno de obi e twen
on say this season Nuno Mendes wingers akese ni na wa stop yomo including Mohamed Salah and to be on say Nuno Mendes no omo ye right wingers no wa stop yomo nyina aka akra na ye friend say pese di nyo Lamine Yamal ana Lamine Yamal so eche left backs akese na ogu omani ma ase
be simple
on
Italy fo ankese fo kra no de
ayomo
but Eben
battle no
Nuno Mendes
Lamine Yamal
why they be winning battle
when they be winning battle no
come out say Portugal for wingers ne omo pini fence Pedro Porro who leave Lamine Yamal 1v1 versus Nuno Mendes without helper won create problems in Nuno na
so e hono na ama Nuno Mendes defensive cover so them on say okasa o ma winger no aba be kan Nuno Mendes one e kire say Spain for fullbacks ni benya that space on benya that liberty to move around
exactly
na o ma create final third overload no enti say opinion ma o mo ntimi mbo mani bebre and at the same time o say Nuno Mendes onye obi obe support no mo timi stop Lamine Yamal. On say in football, the normal way of marking out a player is 1v1. By the moment they 2v1, 3v1, no, ill-fitting marking. Ill-fitting marking in football is an abnormal way of marking out a player. So mostly teams need to bring Lamine Yamal. Omo use ill-fitting marking. Obo 3v1, not 3 players na Lamine Yamal. So background no stubborn.
Still no enfa.
Anything your friend person din you know.
Still no.
Opa for players for the obeya no be.
Inter Milan decided so much to channel so still enfa.
Enti sa oni Nuno Mendes battle no nyame adu mechina ye pashe
and big games akwa we
otimibo
or per big games
and Nuno Mendes so big games otimibo Nuno Mendes big games ni nyina no wache wingers na shombotom and Lamine Yamal big games ni nyina so no wegu defenders ni ase
but we dey ebeye de pa
and
Mendes
another
so ye Dembele why ye nkofo
and another battle aye the midfield ahase na wose Portugal for nsusu nya kokodro Merino Zubimendi na bebo Pedri mu se Gavi be chance o minim de obe chance
minim se Fabian Ruiz be available there
Fabian Ruiz susu betima chance won se Spain for midfielders no de bo mo pa no de ma omunya balance no omutimi interchange position
very well
so mu interchange position a ball no mbebo na no ano mbebo ene ye kind of dynamic balance in the midfield ana so obi agina the original position a omunya balance no ewo ho ene ye static balance ana in terms of air horizontal balance ana vertical balance in fin ometima ye ombe kura ball ombe change direction ombe break lines ombe distribute oti ase ometima ye saade no Portugal so equally players ometima ye the same thing.
So je wo chirem ni chese Spain for midfield no omutimi individual omutimi rotate positions no
still now
obesa do na no mi hu say Pedri only became Mourinho no almost we say 8 and 10 8 and 10 at any point in time still on UEFA
still never
say Portugal so will be
and no ni asem ne say what say Portugal so nya sa akukudro because say Joao Neves Bruno Fernandes Vitinha Bernardo Silva. These are midfielders are technically almost also. Vitinha betima control game no every amount. Okra there, Uche Spain midfielders now Portugal midfielders na. Portugal a prime mover. Obi o critic see a power class in Spain for in the shape of Bruno.
Exactly. 10 what
in terms of creativity, Bruno also.
Yeah. I want number 10.
I want number 10 rule. And it's anka Uche Portugal midfielders na. I was some sunya kukudro to mu klabo ni bi. No mutimi bo. And another battle ebe hu onfinfin ho no. The Pedri Vitinha battle. Onsafu we say comparison no ho. Why an etimi dominating game onfinfin. Vitinha and Pedri. Ye be hu sa battle no ho. But a game ba kwa me hu say you be winning no. Wa be dominating finfin no be winning.
Who say Portugal be conceded possession the Spain for no na.
And na me so me because okay Portugal any Germany first half na. First half no Portugal concede possession them at Germany for and we decided say odi yembe guachi yen defend deep na yembo long balls no say Ronaldo any sa hoden no de betru mi kan bebre et say enkani Ronaldo first now obo Ronaldo one top now obo high balls now per counter Ronaldo wo power or energy or pace acceleration level was so obetima kofa by say Ronaldo no ontimi nya sa de no it is a Portugal for obetima ma Ronaldo on say Ronaldo no on expect Ronaldo a enkani Ronaldo ni bi by a set your beshow opusu nya kan set e beshow and a tournament one as goals kese power enti wo so musu timi biem ekura ball ni bi omone Germany ni her second half ball na ombeboye no at the time Consasawo any Vitinha be mu no omo de omo nsa betu Germany for so e ho ne hu say Portugal for sha say omo attack omo create omo nya runners omo nya movement no ho enti wo so musu biem enti Kweku e game ba ko no kure wo mpa ne ye say me who Portugal so betima she go. The same thing applies to Spain. And to both team to score most likely. More than 2 goals betima play game we mu.
More than 2 goals.
Yes. Okay. Both team to score you very likely. Portugal capable so be say. Spain capable so both team to score. The original ebe determine who be dominated the midfield.
Okay.
By Spain for no anytime you be share Portugal minim de wo ho. No more and your monster to Portugal for so psychologically on say your stories now Spain for the say Portugal for no cost rubber from better because historically from 1921 omuche Portugal be omuche Portugal the last time a Portugal chased Spain was in 2010 omunti min show by looking to score most likely my member board transfers no so ntem na big so enfambra Kweku so unim Stellar Agency Stellar Agency eho anamamu hyewo Kamavinga wo Konate wo what the kan story no ho sa Stellar Agency ho no eho ana Fermin Lopez of Barcelona ewo na Stellar Agency for ne call Barcelona so ye say ba say teams ne tata ye dodo bebre na ba say omo pe Fermin Lopez Inter for the omo di aba AC for the omo di aba Bayern for the omo di aba teams ne tata ye say omo pe Fermin Lopez na letters abeka ho ne ye Chelsea bo boku no Chelsea for no so say omo pe Fermin Lopez o na sa komodidie ne koswa no onim say super agent Pini Zahavi ehase so Chelsea for contact Pini Zahavi ana omo ka che ne say omakra na kra na ye fani nkuku no ompese omu ja ne kwan ana Pini Zahavi so work say obema nkuku enye top team never put UEFA Champions League next season a team omo bo attacking football and so one say ya link nkuku to Bayern Bebrea e Pini Zahavi ana yes ade no ana Pini Zahavi so a good relationship with Juan Laporta na down for pano no even at the time mpokura Pini Zahavi e baba e ware ye Juan Laporta okoda fie ho eye adwuma eta Pini Zahavi echi e Pini Zahavi ana de Lewandowski buy na nka Lewandowski opportunity so be teams kese Pini Zahavi ndi babasa Hansi Flick e ono a enti na Pini Zahavi person using the relationship with on Barcelona for no enti anka nkuku embra Barcelona na Fermin Lopez enko Chelsea eno na Barcelona for no hwese na Pini Zahavi pa nkuku oya de ba ye hia no Fermin Lopez no oye project no so ye nton no enti omo reject sa swap deal say nkuku mbra Barcelona na Fermin Lopez enko Chelsea no ana Chelsea ka say omo mpe nkuku dia na sika na omo pa onim say Kweku Chelsea sa offer 75 million euros
no meti sansam na na chima adwen so pass
after Barcelona rejecting nkuku Femi Lopez swap no ana Chelsea say mo mpe nkuku na mo peska ene ye the 75 million euros ebre mo because Enzo Maresca say offer Femi Lopez and so Barcelona rejected na Kweku nim die ehu pa after sa de course no one Laporta ne Hansi Flick hia one Laporta Kweku die meteye no one Laporta say Femi Lopez no say crazy amount ba umbeti meja no
Kwame me feel say Basa 70 essential moton Femi Lopez
adai
Kwame onye starter o Basa so uzi obi onye starter o team ni no so be offer 70 million say dango mo na just opposition na boso
but who said the last time I say we Lamine mo ni rafi again opposition oh
any day or kanokwa but because coming obi onye starter na obi the 70 million aba you take it. They are equally good guys. Say Barcelona and Kwada and Mombetimi promote to Omaba. Me one. He's a good player, but
swap no there be.
They will swap there.
75 million euros in swap there be. But one Laporta say crazy amount be bad.
Crazy ni e den. 70 crazy. Kwame na me.
They maybe say opebe 100 million euros above. Enti Kweku dey ba no. Goalkeeper Donnarumma situation emu ayedin.
Kwame.
Still na ni PSG for person renew the contract. Na omone Enzo Raiola etwetwe nkomo no. Donnarumma say equally also very important for PSG. Na UEFA Champions League na PSG koje no. Most especially knockout stage no. No Donnarumma ni key. Ana mo je ye. Enti opeso beka the highest paid players e o PSG bobuko nim. On say currently Mbappe free PSG no. Dojis kakese paye Dembele 80 million euros. Na Kvaratskhelia tosu mienu, Marquinhos tosu miensa, Hakimi Ashraf tosu, ana Lucas Hernandez. Na yese de she Donnarumma cry Lucas Hernandez no. Lucas Hernandez edge 13.2. Ana Donnarumma edge 12.7. Into a person beka the highest paid players no. Team my friend say PSG for so omon pese omo besa ama omo salary structure no asa say. Into omo ni negotiate ntimi nsiye. Onim say already yedi kia ba beka Inter de no ya beka Juventus de no onim say Bayern e de ho agim Bayern for Donnarumma Bayern e wo goalkeeping issue enche bi ama no ya de ontimi encounter on him anymore enti Donnarumma Bayern e latest team awaba officially Rafael Leao a communicate a kire AC Milan for say opeso free o na o yes story no Rafael Leao wa money agents no aka kire AC Milan for say opeso free bobu kunim on a domestic competition in Kwanobebo. Anna Rafalia will contract to 2028. Our release clause of 175 million euros. Team bien who are ready so bet you our release clause no. Now Bayern for Eben. Kweku in Bayern for offer no. AC Milan for Mas Allegri say omu kipu bowi. Or person top players ni no omu kipu no AC Milan. Because omu kipu omu top players na enebema ometimi qualify ba next season. And I said the following season game. Now, AC for someone say Accra we were stone. Rafael Leao no. Waka so obeko no ma na nko na ma netina obe hadwen. Ento ma catch Bayern for say Bayern for will guarantee fee of 70 million euros. Pay kin kan enye installment. Enye si etue bi eja bi. Some the 70 million euros ni nyina ba. On betima ma Rafael Leao akọ. Na Bayern for decide say 70 ni de omunya. Na nkomo di 50. Na Kweku 50 no amede beko no 3 players AC Milan ni baako enti Bayern decide say omo di 50 million euros Kingsley Coman Kim omo center back no
Kim Injai
ana Leon Goretzka enti 50 million ana 3 players no AC enyi baako
Kwame Mpacho then ekos we AC Milan Gianni Rendes o ton 70 million euros and now budget 70 for Rafael Leao.
Say boy ne pressure man team ya so you ready say
Leao there so what on Gianni Rendes 70 or say Leao no because we release clause of 150 in this a better soprano, bear 80, 90 video or so.
Me know ya adwen.
What I say? I say, a former me be.
Ayefo. Se boy na nkasa onso kura no nso
also performance na
ayi bibia ho. Dia kan ma me bosso. Okay, Emerick Laporte, former Manchester City defender no. Ayi se okọ El Nasa no. Opeso free bobu ko nim.
Omo na epam no.
Ono so peso free na El Nasa for so peso omo eja ne kwan. Na omo to no 23.6 million pounds for Man City. Me no ka say Napoli Antonio Conte. Ese ope Emerick Laporte. On say next season Champions League no Napoli peso omo hye De Bruyne ye Osha say no more pay Emerick Laporte which ro. Our NASA for say Napoli betu 23 million pounds for Emerick Laporte. Marcel Ewumbi Galatasaray na Fenerbahce omu nyina pa brante no. Monaco for right back bi oye Ivory Coast ni. Your friend Winfred Zingo. Winfred Zingo. Na kra no omo kofa ni from Torino. Obai 2 seasons ni ye say owo energy, owo power no pace. Oye right back. Wabe perform very well ewo Monaco. Arsenal for Aberrim so mo pe Winfred Zingo. Also already Arsenal right back no mo Timber and no mo Ben White. But I say injuries timiba. And no mo su pro mo prate. Enti Arsenal Arteta ni mpanyimfo he say Winfred Zingo of Monaco on betimenya no ebo no 25 million euros and he say betimaba. Me no ka say 8 players be breaking them out last week we mu say Barca person mo ton 8 players no. No mo raise 30 million euros. Sa 8 players na Christians in din wom. Me no ka say on say medical ye Emerick Laporte. Say anasa eja Emerick Laporte kwan a o ma decide so be call Barcelona kofa Christiansen. E de naba. A o mu kura be 15 million euros. Barca for ne says can be meje. Because when a full profit Christiansen ba free. And it is anasa the 15 million euros ebe fa Christiansen on meje. And it's a period no ban sa season so Barca for free power.
It's that time.
Chris Frank say na free. Hector Villarreal na free. Marcos Alonso na free and Christiansen free. And the Barca say anasa for the 15 million euros ne ba on meje no maton. John Stones a city center back. Afi we ankoyi. Ruben Dias ohwe players ahodo Nathan Akeni Akanji a. Eno ana Man City yes on be center back. Omo ko Barcelona yes omo ko pepa ukubasi Barca for abom return. Me no ka say wa wuti Manchester City for Bastoni from Inter Milan.
Odi maybe you say Pep crack then akasa. O feeling no.
But the ball is so no oye ball playing center back. Yes, Inter is say no Man City for Bastoni and so etimi aba. Me no ka say Fenerbahce for management e wo England. Na management no e mpanyimfo mienu na abepie mo England. Hamdi Akin ana Mario dos Santos almost sporting director. Omo ba be share Manchester United for Sancho. Sancho Fenerbahce mpanyimfo abepie mo England say sie e mpanyimfo mienu. Mario dos Santos a ono air sporting director ana Hamdi Akin or your vice president de Fenerbahce.
I'm say Jose no onye na adwen so beje league no.
Ti.
Na Galatasaray players o muto e o pe player ni Galatasaray compete a Sancho.
Enti ese mpanyimfo na bepiem. On be negotiate for Sancho for Fenerbahce. Said all the two and Liverpool ni Florent Wirtz there no. Say the third offer no, the ekeka kono Liverpool sim for abesom. Se bibia to Toma next week Florent Wirtz back when medical dem Liverpool.
Kwame o mu someone na.
Oh, package.
Also pay 150. Now also the 130 about also.
On say it's kind of open. Okay, bibia ne bonuses ni boma na the back euros say 150 million euros no. Liverpool third bid they drew 150 million euros. By the end Liverpool sim for ne penny guarantee fee no more pay 150. By the Liverpool for the akika hu ni na man here 150. By the meeting say say the third bid ne dey. Liverpool sim for ne ya so ma. Bibia to Toma next week. Asem that the aba e the ama Liverpoolians no next week bibia and beboma Florent Wirtz betima koye ne medicals senior man Eben Zeku 39 good years die oda so si akan this season pokra no o say 21 goals dem Fenerbahce Bologna aberem so mo pe Eben Zeku Bologna e pe Eben Zeku 39 good years o so ye fit to betima si akan at the highest level enti Bologna for her so betimenya Eben Zeku. The contract every June 30th. Ya menya sure say Fenerbahce for be renew. Eti Bologna for say omo pe Eben Zeku. So you mean Kweku? Was still lawyer to Spurs. Spurs in penny for say omu nsi ne kwan so oka so obekwa Saudi for no any CAA base limited edi nkomo for Son Heung-min na Kweku dia meti na no pay ye say Inter Milan ni AC Milan na so approach Son Heung-min no Inter any AC omu nyina approach Son Heung-min say Spurs no say ontimi embo biema ombra Italy no besi akan ewo ho Liverpool for aka kire Inter Milan for AC Milan for say Granit Xhaka 50 million euros AC Milan asa approach Granit Xhaka na means AC Milan enkokrafo team no mpese omote dia by Mas Allegri or see your experienced players ewo AC Milan anoma approach Leverkusen make for the Granit Xhaka after so free Arsenal call Leverkusen no wa perform very well and the AC Milan for so omo peno Leverkusen for 50 million euros on first Canembra no mo mba mbefa nti Kweku transfers in the bebre na wa
say trauma dream bebre say Liverpool for mo se muntie sika and Liverpool for yen spend it say Leverkusen for say am Liverpool betua 150 million hey you say oh the boy na get in the salary kura no over 300
and na Manchester City twi omo ho no
hey
because it's kana Bayern na twi omo ho Man City an pa twi omo ho by Liverpool for say we die killer betua
150
surface na Liverpool for the killer
130 and third bid na
yes third bid na
which is close to 150 million
150
plus wages over 300,000
ansa na ne papa beje ne dansa miao ne ma me beje ne dansa miao
aha Liverpool for Biggie
yeah we dey killer etua
killer you see our football business, you know. So you look at the kind of quality a player Nikita. Now, wash your team new project our person here. No what be saying was a quality now player Nikita na beboawa na. Say beboawa. You cough out the money now they are for player na because football market, you know. I say ya na say ye I check. And I name say players be one man. Looking at the kind of ball or more money or more value, you know. They put some sort of sikabi on them. I never was to be breeded, but that is football for you, and things are changing. Kweku, UEFA Nations League, you know, Spain and Portugal Bokoni in the finals. Make sure you be penning a movie on. So your coach, Tete Roberto Martinez, now said there's a lot of pressure on you. Now Kweku see a Spain national team. You don't start the game like you started against Germany. Debbie. I have one mistake in this coach Roberto Martinez here. I am saying this because there is a lot of pressure on the coach. A lot of pressure. Oh, papa, no so. Omufi say heroes no more than one conquer. And no ya pardon. Say ya pardon at least UEFA Nations League nim there say ye bibia bro agreement ase so. Na ye nya sa gidie lu obu so obetimi aboayen e de yakobo sha asase so. The game against Germany he didn't start well. But the German team nankasa so performance akwa ye bibia wo because so our quality midfielders e team ni mu. Now our right back some ye good wo hono ma. Kweku minim die nti ese say the midfielder will prove beyond reasonable doubt in the just ended season. So you're one of the best midfielders ever about the right back position. The game against Germany, or starting player friend say Joao Neves as a right back. Minim agreeing to a man taking that particular decision. But in football, there are certain players you more makeshift role, and there are certain players come command a makeshift role because in the position now Obono so the best he's one of the best how many Ginas are in the position now performing better than Mao. Who Nelson Semedo? Who Diago Dallo? And so Vitinha Joao Neves partnership. This season. One of the best in Europe, if not the best. And Kwadana Baba Babinyanti ase mumie nuntemwa from Paris Saint-Germain. Why you fortunate say when your coach what building these two players and so the amount. Bruno Fernandes the team our boy Manchester United in Poniaman Konka no. Kweku ye season no Premier League ni mu. He was one of the best midfielders. Manchester United team he was the best player. In Europa League no boy no. He was one of the best players Europa League ni mu. Now you no and to so Gina Mranti and no Portugal team near set, team near done. No matter the kind of midfield, Spain de Baba Bishao, William Mranti and Sawi won 50 on the day. and never be kind the amount. But against Germany, or the Joe never score the right back, and or benchy Vitinha. Game is a sign about changes in the second half. But the Spanish national team, so when you are good start against them, you are going to be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth. And the idea about coach Roberto Martinez, editing the team going into this final. But I still believe that Lamine Yamal mobile, I want some mobile this season. Nico Williams, some more performance. I want some more dynamic this season, both for the national team and then their club football. I believe the Spain national team, no, especially in the attack with these two guys, there was so much quality to devour any form of defense. It is going to be a very good game. I am here, but I feel at the end of the day, Spain national team never for the ultimate. Looking at the collective effort of the Spanish national team, I'm from Omo. UEFA Nations League, you know, actually, am I make us say a better view or perception about certain players. You who say clubs be kwa pelmo. Semi-final na here, you know. Players be one more, clubs be a more. A lot of the supporters the teams the chimpono. Team no more attention into omo nche dan here omo. Mamemfa Dinhouse as an example. The performance or dynamic for the Spanish national team. Kweku against team. In the semi-final stage, France. How he handled the attack of the French national team. Now there's almost a central defender they put your foot wrong. Almost everything he did in the game was perfect. The movement, especially with the ball. Real Madrid supporter ended season. One of the problems almost facing here by almost central defense. Rudiger or but in the absence of Rudiger, now it's extremely difficult for Mubenya players to make me hold the fort. And so the amount it is already in housing a performance or dying a Spain. How good, especially he carried balls from a Chirihonum whenever he was in possession. Apart from timely interventions and blocks, were Chiriho, and so the Spanish national team. The long balls, how to stretch defense with long balls, and you defend the behind him side the long balls of boy was on point. 100% long balls. Apart from draw be a branch any call you be our winner. Say yes, say yes from. Now add this over for balls are winner. It is all here now. When you bet with the kind of performance or dynasty, and so about the Spanish national team. Oh, you are only free one more. Another player, and so you are Ryan Cherki. Kweku, it is rumored that Manchester City per branch your friend say Ryan Cherki. Yes. Now you didn't come to see now on the Kwame. The idea Manchester City train if you Florian Wirtz do anymore, sika. Or Florian Wirtz more than our he's giving you to at least 2 years of consistency. Last 2 seasons, any league year last season, yeah. I didn't see Manchester City press our player because or a midfielder or more goals as more assist. In terms of creativity, he's there. In terms of goal scoring, he's there. Manchester City Lucy Kevin De Bruyne. Will be or not so much that kind of numbers. Manchester City this season, Kevin De Bruyne was one of the reasons in the other City team in Koye. And yes, all a bad player. But the prime Kevin De Bruyne and I in the past for Manchester City. How was it dictating games? Manchester City Bobo. Last season, the year Hunesa. Your both season new year, no. The more money bad. And some from Manchester City Bobo. But De Bruyne and I only scored 4 goals and assisted 7. But in the past, Kevin De Bruyne Obama numbers are changing. If the City decided that Kevin De Bruyne Kodia, I was so new be no so man numbers when it comes to assist any goals. No, this are play and heading. And we decided to make a Wits. Wits about 31 games that Bayer Leverkusen. Or share 10 goals and assisted 12 times for Bayer Leverkusen. It is good for such a midfielder in the Bundesliga and in the modern war for the past 2 years. But Nisikane was so. The Manchester City decided to watch no. So City they have to go for another player or not so the more slow. But they be a relatively obey cheaper their chain vets. It is rumored to play a friend is Ryan Cherki. The Sika Manchester City they bet around 25 million euros to 30 million euros. Kweku, even if any bonuses ebe carbon na could do 50, it is a very good buy. Make away because UEFA Nations League na boy obi o hwe bibia hu abrante any performance. Anything that make us say there are players omo be po obi a ebi omo teams pe omo no omo supporters impo any opportunity here as players no. The French national team baller No money the Spanish national team Ubono. He came from the bench of about 27 minutes. But 27 minutes no Kweku Kweku. To me, he was the difference maker. In 27 minutes. Abranti Baba ye Adiana Manchester City air panel. E de chere omo. Se sa de no nim ye e you goals ni assist. Obeche baako and no assist baako for the French national team. He was one of the reasons in Tianiama Sunday French national team no are the dying numbers of the game. Ne dribbles. Ne passes. Almost everything I know you won't think for the team was on point. And all the Toto Florian Vetswan in the just ended season, our the French League Kweku on also bought 30 games. Oshe 8 goals and no assist 11. Our French League animal. It would in the numbers to Toto Florian Vets the one. Why not Florian Vets? Now Kokonya Brantia, your friend Ryan Shekia. It is a very good deal for team my friend is Manchester City. And I believe the quality now Brantia in the chair. This season, and I say in the just ended season, any performance our dynasty, UEFA Nations League, clearly, Abrante Nachi say he's a quality player. Near Manchester City here from a midfielder, Obabe replacing Kevin De Bruyne, and you goals any assist, in just 27 minutes for the French national team, the debut game at the France, Obabe Chere or Parker, so and Manchester City in them, no more first can conquer Abrante, because the numbers he gave last season. And as a season here, it was better than every Manchester City midfielder in the English Premier League.
Only born ball, but questions and I'm on for raising about any attitude. So attitude problem. Then start now to say Benafa.
Yeah,
talent or talent. The obeying him so talent. But yes, attitude would be. I don't know as I'm on for raising issues. Kakra, but Sikani or form. But talents, any attitude, the City for. It looks like probably the open.
Yeah,
you know, affect City na.
Adia ba ko ne say ho. Player betimi our manager we nchen. No hard dwene pa or disrespectful pa. But we move to another club and another manager nsem na niema asesa na say player na asesa. Okay. Etoda based on nipa na on ne year adwuma, based on the surroundings, based on the happenings e wo honom no, e ma player timi dan suban bi adi. One of the players are in football history. Obi abe kind say no hard gene pa. Mario Bewa Balotelli di mbeba otirim. Okay. But omo nim Balotelli. Omo nim Arsene Wenger. Omo see anytime there were problems. Arsene Wenger and coach Balotelli. But ofafo no ofre Balotelli no ne kasape akwala ne sesa na adwene. Based on the kind of respect our papa and friend say Arsene Wenger. And I believe say they've been coaches who handle players and a hard. But at the end of the day, they move into different clubs. They get a very good relationship or rapport with coach and players and stars. I make us a coach a friend say Pep Guardiola. I don't see at the country was a Ryan Sheki a problem. And my papa and friend say Pep Guardiola. Obeti me a hand on. Now at the end of the day, they hear play anymore pa. The quality or the park and so on. Where you saw the and you fast forward the film. And I think it is going to be a very good buy for Manchester City Bobo Kono to Kweku. Rafael Leao. Finally, when you inform me AC Milan and Penny for. Na uyo obi a odi football echi na oni Rafael Leao menya sure say we be on wanwa enyo wanwa because nipa bia si so na obobra obi a obabi opeso odi na bra bokokoju ani de opeso oye wa abrabom it based on the nipa peso oye within the next 1 year, within the next 2 years, next 3 years. Now I decided say no be take decisions. I didn't be bang say dey no peso oye wa abrabom next 2 and after 3 years no. Adia ba ko aye de football mu pa. Ani say okwa PA manager you ready so no be adwuma nsem. Player friend say Rafael Leao. The new manager who was taking over AC Milan in the shape of Maximiliano Allegri. Any player na pa e we talent Serie animal. Onim performance our dynasty e bia ma AC Milan bo boko no. Enti manager ne step here foot in the club no. Onim penifo akaso so mo fa kwan bia so mo keep your branch friend say Rafael Leao because he feels he has the quality a obetimi dia bo no. Enti nke be de. Some manager we a lot of trust e wo mu. Owo gidie bebre wo mu. Onim enu aye adwuma bom. Na mfa so abade ama AC Milan bo boko no. But Rafael Leao as a player for the past 3 seasons, another season of stepping a foot with AC Milan, sign on the performance in this year. Last 2 seasons, AC Milan, Abrantiano about 35 games, and share 15 goals, Edema 18 or 68 times, league anymore. Until the performance has been the good performance from a winger and as a forward line player. In 2024 league, boy, About 33 games, and or 9 goals, assist 9. Another consistent performance in the just ended season. About 34, Oshe 8, and or assist 8. It's at least for the past 3 seasons there. Anytime I ever season in the Italian Serie A animal, amount double figure goal contribution. Or can he go in assist Bumwa? He's a top performer. But Robert Person can go see our ocean. There are certain trophies and conons by Geneva Buaman in Motinia do. Yashas say about Rafael Yaudin as one of the best forward line players ever football mono. Kweku Edilson. But Mimi no me no bajiatum. So why are you expecting Sabrant and the ball with Juno Timindruye? It is not only done by the player. Team awom kahon. Manager on the bayer Jumanzo to kahon. There are certain managers or bring out the best in you. Shejao Neves. Shevitinia. Today, your best midfielders where we are saying your bomb because some coach be na coach now refining players na man Master Sandia Momo. Rafael Leao only these players and we the Portuguese national team. I am sure so much our camper and Mantiani are treble winners. They've won the Champions League. Respect I more camp crampo be different. The level they have gotten, almost status our football be different. So Rafael Leao as a player tnase. No rest on yama we nyina because you tell Rafael Leao din. Na yan TV tini amudin. Ni yan Jao Neves mudin. But to the Oma be Champions League winners and your certain status the level of football mo. May sure sa kwada na so be person be movie. Na at least obe go into a club or sha project na e koso no and ni be do the level of person oduru. Uye no ni free one more. AC Milan build the project, yes, but time ben ebe so aba. Even look at the players at AC Milan here just almost in time. Ofa Luka Modric we and why no kwa kopeno or kope Granit Xhaka. Is this a project I wait to me anya to so wom? So within the next 2-3 years and after 5 years also be Champions League winner ni bi. Na ye bo akasifo ni din of football mo ya bodi ana. To me it is a no. And me feel that these are some of the reasons in here. Rafael Leao be person be moving on because he feels on that platform in a bigger club than AC Milan. AC Milan is a very big club, no doubt about it. But in recent times, quite more fast why and befitting the status they built in the past.
Now, Biggie, Rafael Leao on see Joao Felix Kwani Subiana.
Kweku mi hunesa. Yes, I feel say AC Milan team nankasa. In recent times, the Neman said down conkind from Mamo and a kahuna affected player. No. But even with that, unknown individually, the numbers as a forward line player, Oma, and Nanameka say in the just ended season, matches or boy in the 34 games, which 8 goals, assist 8. And you're bad. And from a forward line player, on your number 9 and also on your striker. He's playing his part. He needs a team or not so then the end of Nebe peja because numbers we are one make Kweku. Ebinuma numbers are Andrew ne the other clubs mu, but are very relevant because of collective achievement with a team nina. And on our branch and international one. Obefu say he has to move on because baby our tenor. Why yet the SSO ye be the amabo bokono. At least on your shekrano, waji Italian Syria. Aje Supercoppa Italiana and so he has to move on for another opportunity. I bet him elevating the career and he's not growing any younger. 25 years. It's many branch and if he decides to move on at this state. Kweku, a few managers and it's many players in your problem. Na almost solve a problem no. Abra on my pamu player no. And as a player in free team nim na after ye juma. The kind of success or more share. This season, Saudi NBS, it's young Kai and keep it to me a Fabi film. At least, you Osman Dembele, and then the coach Luis Enrique or Paris Saint-Germain. There were problems between these two. Papa decided, say, oh, my Pama Brantiano, or best solve a problem, or best patch those holes. I would team no. No, why you play and no Juma. Yes, I didn't know to keep peace pipe. No, and Yama can come Paris Saint-Germain Bobo today with peace. Any collaboration. Omo achieve the Paris Saint-Germain Bobo Koni. This is number 1. Number 2. Omo achieve there is no club in France. Etimi achieve that by winning the treble. And so France mind him because Omo na buy first team of France. Omo team ya win a continental treble because of peace. And it's almost settle omo differences. E with team nimo. Meka dia baba be see a goalkeeper. Your friend Andre ter Stegen. And in the coach. Barcelona Hansi Flick so. Hansi Flick says here, any player and go say goalkeeper and there are issues because O few since a goalkeeper ni free injury by no. Goalkeeper ni subaya or dine a dinner sasa. One of the reasons in Tia Kwako Fasa and Komo in Abani say, you see the game against Inter Milan. Goalkeeper no walk straight to the coach, catch your coach and say, only tested him free no more no name conquer go post him. And coming who a player who free injury aba. Ya jitum sena your starter. Ya jitum sena mo de mo wasro. Ya jitum sena niama kon kind of. But a few players the free injury by or buy no more hit the ground running. A lot of them. I was so sharp here from ground zero. Unya game time. Now build on consistently now 100% okay to start games or play well for club. Na coach nanka se hu o performance awo dynedy. Coach nanka se hu o fitness level. Coach nanka se hu the status you've got into. After after free injury buyer, no more opportunity. Sa fe wura team nim ne kokoda. But the stadium buyer no. Ono na ntwan, he felt he was the number one and he feels he's a better goalkeeper than Chesney. It's yenny Chesney free goal post him. No name them. And anya coach in there.
I think it's the biggest decision mistake or yeah. Sa say chin am ho atome pese me da.
Me na pese me
Because
da.
I feel say Sen Castle no wan fa say afi na ho ato no a. Nka Barcelona mema na da next season.
Yes.
Because be enim the AC but
Yes.
obeda ya mu za ko still no awasa.
So
It's no get rush into this whole
and what piano want to asemu.
Oh.
And I believe say it was totally wrong. And your coach in necessary show performance. No few say injury now if you are bana we 100% okay. I'll bet me that go post mudia maye. And say your coach in the mouse our opportunity no without any form of pressure. And as a duresa. And at this stage you can come here be different. And kon one can say nimbientia almost our game time no. Almost our opportunity no. But you forced for it and then now kwakwa win in adiaba.
Clearly
no. He's a senior player in the Barcelona team too. So coach now had one sort of differences in the year. We've seen a lot of players, or senior players with team. No matter na team, nimna kwa kofa problems. And the other players in the coaches no. Eti baby oma baba be duru no. Omo make sure say opese player na tena asem na aba. And it's na me Osman Dembele there example. Only player na tena se, only goalkeeper na tena se. No mu ni nkomo. Na nkomo no mu be die no. Omo arrive at a conclusion. No mu settle omo differences no mu nya adwuma. But enya sa na se coach ni feel say on timi say only player na ntemu a. Mo mfa ntokwa we nto aso nkonko wura the next season mo. Because at least Kweku goalkeeper na ye kan ho asem no. The say o ye ma Barcelona bia wa ye wie. He's won the Champions League for Barcelona. Waje La Liga 6 times. Waje Copa del Rey 6 times. And the test again as a goalkeeper. There is nothing to prove again how Barcelona bobo konim. And this empanyfoni feel say, I'm going to settle the differences between the two. No beba betena, a better problem ya Barcelona. So I'm going to settle they are fine. I'm going to settle no to also. But I'm going to the goalkeeper should find his way out because at the end of the day, there is nothing again to achieve or fight for. El Barcelona bobo konim kwaku. Kakrabi on Victor Osimhen. Osimhen performance are what done with Europe from the Italian Serie A. Edge the top scorer award. No movie free honum. Aquaquaco Pimo Galatasaray. And in numbers or the Mayeno. Watch consistently he's a good player. Time Napoli did the Italian Serie A. And Victor Osimhen almost striker. He scored 26 goals. And they did the top scorer award. The following season, Oshe 15 goals and the man he still gave a double figure. It's clearly consistency here, Juma. Okopiem Galatasaray. Around 30 matches and a brand and a boy. Or boss our matches, no. Oshe a year 26 goals. Our Turkish league anymore. It's in consistently will prove it beyond reasonable doubt. Say he's a typical goal poacher, opportunity be open your goals, no. Now you do one few say, Anka alternate Europe. No one born a football honor never my brand and irrelevant. But what he has got into clearly or catch say we'll move it to Saudi Arabia there. Then there's nothing to fight for again in football. A lot of these African footballers. Baby on person the ball and go duru Kweku and it's over to me the African best. Victor Osimhen achieve it because he players the performance and heading. Say you be around the home common boy players need the album Africa. It is a African best player na opera. What me achieve is hard already. So the stage he has gotten to clearly, Abranti euros a year at this stage of his career. May assure say no one Abranti ni bidiache. We are no free one man. Striker only ne kwa compete with Al Hilal. And possible say Mitrovic bet me free. So when free one pono what now, I don't see Mitrovic as a better striker than Victor Osimhen. In the just ended Mitrovic has 19 goals. E will league ni mo. and a dema Hilal Bobokoro. In their competition, a year Champions League mu, or share 6 goals and a dema. Victor Osimhen for Galatasaray in the Europa League about 7 matches, such as 6 goals. And clearly, he's proven beyond reasonable doubt. So, Okona Mitrovic will not compete. He's a good player. Oh, but we are competing well. But if he makes this move, it is motivated by nothing but Sika. And at this stage, they also achieve you African or and Victor Osimhen, and you're 18-year-old, on your 20, on your 21. The football in quite anymore.
Galatasaray brutal. Almost say, we betray Kwaku. Galatasaray end Sika 15 million afe or say player back. Or go as far as we meet as Canadian amount. Intika onje and now say Victor. What do you say form?
Kwaku Galatasaray in common. So uchina baby Galatasaray jinana. Only Galatasaray for be agony. But ujina baby Osimhen so jinana. Unu Osimhen so be agony. Obia wo case. Osimhen the man ye Galatasaray for ni jani ye say. At a point now man opportunity no. Na ya yes I had to Osimhen be team crampo. E wo Europe. And on man that opportunity in the platform. And they feel say Alisa Jidina inya wo mu no. And can repay us by staying with us. And on be no dust room could be the man because wa be boy juma pa o. So we bought 30 league matches. Now we share 26 goals. Now we ma 65. Wa boy juma bro adwene ntia so. But no kure wo mu say, Osimhen susu ye bibini. De bia me ka say nya ade bia say we bia na e be motivated by Sika. That is very true. But Osimhen baby ojina no, and into na me said the South African football aye no. Osimhen na di nkan aye dada. And it all decide say on pebium no be move akwa jiska. Me ni problem.
Okay.
Because Osimhen we go on kwaje Ballon d'Or. African best player na no be pre.
O move for Sika.
Baby what do no dey okwajiska na ye. 40 million euros a year. Okuma no kwaje.
Yankwa Sika de nye Sika kwabrane the profession tour kone na mboku nyina akotonton. Enye izo something motivated. Oh that I make what I say. I say ibiko boko no akwa. Say nye Sika enye easy.
Abosika ne do.
Abosika ne do. What I say. Nti dey ba ni. Open bia boko dey.
Oh, Kwaku nyame adumi bia boko.
Amove power.
Kwaku.
Amove power.
Edi boy.
That move time.
Edi boy.
Open ye monko boy.
But that's it. Yen shase emfemfri the Ghana Premier League, and of course Kwaku ye matches no nyame admo china na ehun sensem de bebrebe ayadia issues wo ho matches no but when they also still na yi free on mo na me bacho last round of matches no say na ACA Kwaku na Aduana Stars bo Holy Stars na fe Bechem United abo Young Apostles bebiani Gold Stars tenefie no me Accra Lions enso abo sa game no eni wo hoye pa na bebiani for akasari afasa match no Dreams FC bo Legon Cities and also folk ebo Samates ebo Brekum Chelsea Nations FC ebo Heart of Lions Nations ebo Heart of Lions ewa Brankese and Vision FC tenefie no Asante Kotoko and so abo wo Kerala United ebo Nswatraman enti mepacho de atiane say game no de career for Omanya 3 points in dada and here the league table it say Gold Stars for Edikan say okọ bebiania dia omo prepare omo say omo sha match ne pe omo J League no e Gold Stars Edikan 60 points plus of 13 goals Nations etosum no ema refi say Nations they omo about 32 matches nemo akom one game na so omo ye na ebia FA decision be take e wo Nations etosum 60 points Sansana Sante Kotokoto sumiensa 58 points Lions etosuna 57 House of Folk tosunum 55 points. Samates Tosu Ensia 51. Mediama Tosu Enso 50. Dreams FC Ngwachi 49. Aduana Stars Etosu Enkron 44. Bechem United Etosu Edu Amo 44. And Vision FC Etosu Eye Mepacho Dubako 42 points. Brekum Charles Tosu Dumiano 41. Young Apostles Tosu Dumiansa 40. Holy Stars Etosu Dunai Amo 38. Kerala United Tosu Duno Amo Ewa 38. Nemo Shanonso say Accra Lions Wamo Etosu Dunsia Wamo Ewa 35 points na Legon Cities and so Tosu Dunso Amo there wɔn kɔ relegation so atwere wɔn nso ɛyɛ wɔn afiri mu kura dada ɛwɔ hɔ nom nti sɛ adeɛ tɛ no maame nka o sɛ top scoring chart no still with 15 goals. Watimu 3 goals. Sanso ena ene Albert Amo Asante Kroko. Ewa ye 12 goals. Sanso ena Fisa Chawate. Enso ewa 12 goals. Ewa Nations FC. Ghana Kwame Opon Sofok target. Wano ewa 11 goals. Wano mo. Samuel Kumi Ata ewa Gold Stars. Wano ewa 10 goals. Ena fe Joseph Eso. Dreams FC 10 goals. Kwame Poku wa 9. Enti top scoring chart na ye wie na busafo ayadia ene season no ene league aya mechemu se top scoring aya chart no Stephen Amankuna ena LED one ma wo say ene odibi beka ho anase ye be wie 15 na eno aya de 10 no na oko aya Ghana Football Association aso ya omo a confirm area man say ene Ghana Premier League no matches be live no patcho tienie wo pe bia hwa de tienie ayadia ene live matches no Gold Stars ene Accra Lions Refi se Gold Stars esha womo age league no Accra Lions enso timi ewe ni se pa womo nso no per other results no nso timi ka league no enti eno akodi ama Globe TV nemom Vision FC ni Asante Koro game no GFA 4G se eye GFA app no ena okwa anase GFA platforms nyina ena okwa benya bi enso ahwe ewono eno eye Vision FC ni Asante Koro me pacho matches a ye be yi no ena de wonsam de ato no aso focus so me kan tiefo se ene nyame adom na wo ba abahwe game ni bi nkwa de a house of ticket rates no a popular stand normal 30 Ghana cedis, center line 50 Ghana cedis, and a lower VIP 80, upper VIP 100 Ghana cedis, and a VVIP 150 Ghana cedis. On my no eno person no yenramu ewo coaches na so ye ayade o makasa ni players no ahead of games a eno person no na mema remfi se game back a ene dodo na ere ni mu se betimi abaso a ewo ye bebie ni no pacho bebie ni Gold Stars coach ya your friend of Frimpoma so akasa was it this season ayade a ene eye season back a aye best e dia momu ye pa na league no so as a very competitive nemo was the last game omu community there ojiri se ayade a omukọ say omo win pe ye crown omo champions tieniye ye crown omo champions hello samniente coach from Pomanzo
league no there I think it has been a very good season. I think this is our best season so far, and although it's been the best, but very stressful and then very hectic at the season because our league and also this year it's been very competitive. And teams, so there are a lot of teams are now competing for the league. But at any point, you prove say you're worthy, and you could see say team be and that top, and I say that top now be the second. You're second, so we fought a very good fight. Except the last game I ever which no there you feel say no they crown yourself as champions of the season.
Crying champions. Say Ghana Premier League nene Kweku wonsam ka ho pa. Eno aye de ten no na Gold Stars player Apia Makachi was say we are ready to finish hard. Omaya Krado say ene womo ebetimi age league no. Yenti
operation I dey about for be 4 days in here. Libya ready. I for Accra Lions last game no. So this game so no preparation it shows that we'll be ready for the game no. So we are ready for that last game no, to finish it.
Makati dia tuja ewa mo yenwramo ewa Mediama Sporting Club na Mediama ene coach Ibrahim Tanko akasari afa top 4 no. Ojiri say omo mix it top 4 ne de na so omo concentrate na fe omo last game no omo timi awene na fe eno etimi end season no very well yentie coach.
Yeah, well, I think we have to concentrate our last game against Chelsea. We have to win the last game and then see how the other results is. But definitely we are going to have a very good game on Sunday. And this is the last game for the season and to go and prepare and come back. So definitely we are going to give our best and then win our game and then see what will happen.
Fimo bano na coach enwie ho na wakasa da fa transfer ho because ASA na Drew say ya dia ene transfer no players no wine na ko wine na ba coach gidi say mediama e wo 32 squad man squad e won mo enti ohwe se bi mu contract e ba na we ye e bi mu beko ne mo ohwe ni mu se bia 3 or 4 players bi e ba kan san say mediama team no mo dada no boys ni nyina a good players.
No, I think when you look at our squad, we have almost 32. Yeah, definitely some contracts will run up and the team will allow them to go. And like I said, definitely we are going to have 1 or 2 or maximum 3 players because I don't think we need more than that. And we have the quality. Those who I met here have that quality, and I believe that next season they are going to be more productive for their club.
Mediama player Ivano aye Manuel Mate one so akasa season Manuel who post season tofa who did a season akoya amamode yentie no.
I would say actually the season was a very tough season for us. We were planning our main targets were to retain the title, but we couldn't make that also. And when it comes to the FA Cup also, we wanted to grab that slot, but it also didn't went or go well for us. But anyway, the top 4 is also one big opportunity for us to, we get everything successful, but we couldn't have that chance to be in the top 4. But we need to go back to our drawing board, do things right, and work hard for the next season.
Next season, no, yet me ram na ya Jumaden, and no yansama, and they play no, to ja one more. Na any game back where about your cross of any summer test and a airball. Coach Abubakar Watara, coach, na game we no motivation is saying, move Ramo top 4, more rare no more any. Coach Akasa, area for game about so no.
We have a big motivation. What is the motivation? We win to try to get that for top 4. That's why that motivation is very high.
Of course, and summer coach, Yali Tuja, Ehonomo, and son of Yengramo, now Watara Sakasa, on injury, the tennis Rafa and Ponsa, or a doubtful Samsona Kwesi Asma, Hussein Mohammed, said to say, or say Abrantano, Yari injury, Han Yepa, and we are the tenor, now coach Karim Zito, and so Akasa area for Vision FC Gamer, and also a person who did a vision for no. One more was plan ni bit say dream says for na but Ojiri say send omo ewini o home omo endi home record no very well no omo we anim say away so no wo metimi awe na fe omo endi season away very well yentie coach.
Vision is not a bad thing. Vision have a good team and they have a good technical team, and you know they also have the same mindset like Dreams FC. They want to develop these boys to change their lives through football. So seriously, they have the young, talented boys, technically sound and full of enthusiasm. So it won't be an easy match for me or for us. And we also have to go all out. And then the way we ended our home matches on a good note, we also like to end the away match on a good note.
My coach, coach, there's a league, you know, last round of matches, and I'm more anymore, sir, Mobasha, na Motimi Aje, and I say, Ebe saying, Yenjo coach, in some of the two Jadia found.
Yes, we still have, because the league is yet to be ended, so we are still competing. I don't easily give up in my objectives until I finish. So, to me, we are lying second to Biggie Gold Stars, and anything can happen. Until then, we are still chasing.
Biggie Gold Stars, ya taomochi. Tibia, almost tough on play near found area jiggling. Kwakuna, the chance Bernard somewhat sapon. Now, ya and why extending the loan deal no 1 year, Edma, Salta Vigo, Wababe Piemo, ewo eye Ghana na enra kopie mu awa Dako Jachi Asante Kotoko training grounds eko koche boys no ene management no niam kakra na say technical team no dia ene drinks outdoor no wo de kopie mu woni nsuo nti nanka obed metoda no wa load bi na dia ba na de aba be chetim ko wa hoden buru we so na wa ye bisa e wo no nti no eno ye de tiano no nti
na mizo ka ho na eso de mizo ka ho
wa nya mizo
wa eso odi mizo ka
ho free agent
masa somoa say drink e wa Ghana eno ani mizo nti senye mizo dia wa o problem
yes kogu mi
di say somoa ko bai na wa bo na so yi
na say asumbon de obi wa akra abo
abrochire pa de
obi wa akra nko obi kwa wabo
sa dia normal
normal on say ni de normal kogu normal we shada nya ibia ojazie
ayade it's better say a change zero wally and it is good
ya ofi okra ibia boys ni bi o wa say we kakra ntino
the footballers monyere bu ho ko ba ya on say wa hu say changes kakra
ni mu edu
on say
ni mu edu pa
ye wi ana
na mawie wono na Benji All Lawson Enterprise manager o say ene Benji adin kwa unu aba na okay o say obey di ni birthday friend Anita Odro nyanche ni asi Anita, happy birthday.
Benji, ne den no.
Benji,
ne wife na.
But you need dear minti mentre. Na me hu no but dear oba na ma se me nka ne din no say me wish na happy.
And o se kase ono na wish no.
Ai ono. Enya me.
Ben, mami hu niam yi o na niam a o kekan we dey. Yo. Pacho Mate Victorious Collins and then a birthday Victorious Collins yeah sure say
Liverpool Fasoso Victorious birthday Waji League why
Mate na yeah Kwame ni Biggie ebewura afisem nemu happy birthday nkoma Mix Mavis Osai Boafo Ifia Banfo osanso next USA Kentenchire na Kofi Sapon na show Miss Mavis Osei Boafo Efiam Banfo. Hey. Interesting. Inti yamon komo kakra Biggie. Bibi I find here.
Fine.
You be rough if it's 7 na.
Sure.
Yeah share 1 or 2 details be kakra. Come you room where?
Say league you know the final showdown ever so. Nyame adoma echina. Ana Ghana Premier League ni nyina be wie. Inti ever had the final showdown and any day about venues never miense bi because your matches ni bi o ho a the ebesi bia no bibie ni ho ebesesa venue ba ko a attention be ho pa na ye babie ni attention be ho babie ni tension kakra so be kodoma ebi be ko Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex
bibie ni bi betimi asesa
me nye sure say bibi besesa me nye too sure say bibi ti masesa kese pa
ne Kwame more concern kakra de na ye football association young nations in some na wie mfiri wani ambo last
and na nkai na me dwen ho pa me say anka wo say
because ya run ye clear AI BAB intern one somebody about intern fan say me create scenario review bibi ko si will be Bienia. Na nations game the be affected who wins the league. After near over 10
years. Na kwaye manso twe ne ekọ ha na eba ha emra ne sesen. Enti eye de emra na manka sama hyehyɛ ato ho no.
Omo twen last game.
Ni se basa. E wo say ye na yes ye bebo ye last day na enim say league ni sen anetie. Enti say baby any go stars for etwo sese no. Baby any for there. Ono no onim se o try so be shene match. O shene match a ase obeji nani kakra, oji nani as nations ni e die no bibi betima ba na ndi ase VR no. VAR no wa she go na ba o he se VAR be chere se
situation na ye dey ho atum enye what I say because ahwe ni akofa asem bebre aba because dey we ye bo we 5 days grade between na. Iti we ya someone papa ma kan some na
yeko
kogu enema bi say na in the past na ye be start Ghana Premier League na akofa court injunction ene ho ahwan de aba no and some in nama bonting. In some and nama bonting. Yes. 2 teams from the pre-league, the more behind an advance or league.
Hey.
Yeah.
Saying.
Some baby go starting nations. Final day will be a rest of the match. Will be a shady area. I didn't see a ruling in Marbontin. Yes, I know some number bontin. Oh, Yaman Nipa Jedi.
Kwame, name Biggie. BBA said the last match you obey Ginny.
How obey Ginny?
Or Ginny. Now, what's that the verdict from the bar? And just say you were bet, Obian or Betty.
And don't make us say.
And say, Kwame, now BBA.
And don't make us say. And don't make us say. And you might be saying a first and a court injunction. That's an animal. Because Sabasaka Kwako boy Diana stars.
Yeah.
And seven number Bontino allegedly says a basket to me favorable results. I was Doma. Basakani Nations match, a bit me a call for a replay.
Now, Emran instead to say a replay near Babana.
And no near some.
And nothing I make us
say to replay because maybe the reason why I up to me is a Sama Manuda problem winning in Hano. Nipan Kwamu here.
Sure.
Utie Dr. Kwame Cheya ono or say any league no beginning na man yes eba sa no na nipa nkwa o de nkofomba eko eho bibi kosina bibi tuna emfa say the nations agi league by bibi akosi mo obi hwere ne nkwa on person be
kotokode ni siwie yes ya de no mo anya ibo.
Like this is the problem. I mean the reason why I mean say some no da bigi one that match ni say nations FC ebobo no ni say nation FC etina homa omoko pitch ni so kobobo no because before say sanse ni na babishi no nations FC for na nkasa ade atumu say one omura game no gate no gate fee na 20 cedi ye de ko 50 cedi de ma waiting
yeah
pinche si omutua ye
yeah
but Lawson oh no oye panyi pa no owrem pinche si
say yiri kotre ewiem
meba omuko ho no omu media team na wo so mu video omu akotu eska Ghana Football Association omu wo ho kwan se ometuma video match ne for team na nkasa personal use no yes ye mo mu ntwa Dr. Kwame Chemu divine ye bo no ye bu divine wo ho etete na tade Dr. Kwame Chemu yi ni fi ho ekotena ewie ni satam nya na match ne mba so
debi
enti that time no na me no say that was the time ananka was nation safety class ekokuma commission and say the ekika kono because ye call pre-match conference no most of the police for 17 na beba oma ye hu ho no ye ka omo no omo nduro even 20
omo do mo kan no mo ye 17
enti semon kofa sa nipa 70 na mba ye mbobo no by nation FC dia two mu ni nyina ye bebo game no dia e shaase a yisisi ni nyina se match commissioner any baseke for the catcher say o de mo me mbo na police for na fi de bi free baby ba na mo jitu na mo koba man na makoso problem ne dia ba so utie o hwe nation service for statement na ba ko pe anana no mo ho kwan say o mbetimi dia stop game no o mo statement na nka so mo de ba bonten no ba ko mo ka say ye adekrunti o mo jai bo na o mo supporters ye home football yo bobo a supporters enti etimi jai bo no e wo mbranim sa penny for your the only thing I see a referee your boy game na say a referee no to me so bet ma call match
the man see ya ye jai game ne bo a decision a referee take here
yes
na nations esusu say enye the right decision I don't know mo jai bo nti jai no mo jai na enye say obi bro supporter me ba cho ye nka Obi Amuro supporter.
Sure.
Obi Bro Nation Safety technical team member. Obi stop it from say game no air course one now. Obi ye bibia preventing game from going on na. Into the only thing that stop it game no referee no decision. And why na jai game no bo?
Nations.
Let's say where they are as simple as ABC. Incident now.
Nations for hypocrisy. Apart from referee decision in Pokran, they are not so no. I can't be the more mujaibo. And which they are wrong because they are not no and mau to me so jaibo.
Exactly.
Time are not uncle was a mujaibo cranny a time you be shaking. Jumping tennis as security. eye nansen na clubs na nkasa de kosi wo so atreman ne ebaye no eye clubs na nkasa na mokotena ase ana musa akoye sa safety and protocol measures bi ama wo say security personnel no say enye up to some numbers na munyina ma agree na eni say oti ase krabo entimo nation safety at the time amuko say moko pre-match conference I see police for 17 na beba na moko do na police for ye be shege ma say 20 na mo tena o match commissioner any a home team they say o de me a game no na police for nothing be but na still na moko ba how na cause say
so my question is that why is it that it looks like Obi Odi football Chibia knows that Yamrani ABC any ambiguous clear it say if the law says say a forfeiture then na ya twan must say ya kobo weekend game we are aden mo ya den mo person mo ya bibia na this is the problem but what you moving on bibia no go start
no kre wo me say nation safety and league na saade ni decision na mpanyifo ni take no me jitu say omo no de omo so omo protect nipa nations for the omo so omo protect omo nkofo se bibi koto ma which may respect omo view me say
Kwame, no, I want to raise question because still, this is the APF Park one. You bro mwana. As a K attack on supporters now.
Before the game, no more attack divine.
So when they were leaving the stadium, were they attacked?
Man TBBasa.
Yen TBBasa. And nana Kwame kase. Se no mube decide this game no more. Ne was enka a yet time a game ni nyan shase because that time na ye bo support ye pam support
because that time
na ye bo club officials
omo
but ni nyina achi no o boy
omo say na omo life say at risk de mo jai bo no ba ko na omo life at risk
time be no hu sa
bebo enti between ye nyam boye and a time am body en kwa na ehu
until me bitter say time be no hu say normal life ya choice because your bro ni nyina cause before the match
until I make say
but we take it our risk ne ko boy
if you want to say asamba obia canadian in favor of or no
sure
but it is for the football association to analyze and see
sure
the attack the supposed attack no is seen before the game okay
yeah
during the game when referee starts so being attacked and attack can stop here right to say game no say who's that question I mean
yeah
because if attack can stop here right say you start to say you game no there then and also see a different conversation but thing you know no you can say come bebre and say same bebre but bibia ni go stars because you do any apitolo no nkonfo ni nyina no omo ade am pese be sini se on be show mo match e be ji omo ni bibie ni fo ji omo ni o
oh sure
what I say
omo nya she na
omo so na kra mi nya bibie na nka me kopa because what dey omo ji omo ni
what dey
so be nyu akọ oda bibie ndi oda o
wa kai oni omo akọ
on mi nya wa ko me sa ko bi e pese mo se be china memra e nya ko me sa ko what I say o ka omo ji omo ni kama na wo afi wo be
Nkoku nkomo ni nyina no goes back to the disciplinary committee of the football association. I was already proactive. Yempe sa niema na esi because ket by na de ba ko a na yehu pa ye say ye start season na yenya problems with litigation. And it dear. Say in the past you be start season pe na court injunction wan and the ket sa den there din say obi hu bi. Enti yempe say ye be come back to that old system. And say NCBUMA a disciplinary committee at the football association so omunye proactive and yes an kan komo ya ye di nyina no nke ye ni kabare tanke ye ka matches na be ba so ne want
nations for players na me ya de mo bro ma bre mi nyina season we nyina na be ba na league no decision be 20 me anja no I feel for the players because coach Kasim Mengo ni nation for boys no o ma ye adwuma this season pa na e be ba na decision
yeah and some the cause we say say decision we titru coach no kan me feel for Kasima yeduma wo ananka wo say or Timi Jelek but very unfortunate to say
Ghana has a Ebo league na look at the number of points from accumulative away
Kwame
big clubs for Mokom few kwaje 3 points free or more. Na ebrewe nyina na musician kitwe bi.
Eya me ya sasam ne kosi ye ne de ehyemia madwenwa man.
Because some say match ne delay o. Before match ne delay. Entina science ne ye clear. Ana baseke na nkasa na omo ni nations was sa banta ne dada. As from division 1 nyina omo was sa.
So a proactive association knowing this. Your division 1 committee wo ho. Your Premier League benyifo ho. Inti no game bia no wonim de ebesi. Inti you insist on security. Inti ne eno ti ne ya fa nkofo ha yetu a wo ka do.
Kweku ahase ni blame Ghana Football Association.
Tio kwame
baby adekonti a blame wo ne say match bia no ye ko pre-match conference ye wo category A, category B, category C match. Ideally anka baseke any Nations FC enye category A match enye category B AC and category C na nkasa ne yemfa police for be by enam sa tension there between these two clubs. That's the reason we say omo security from 70 HSA to say category B.
Yeah.
So number of security personnel 70 in there. Now I agreed. So baby I mean blame woman say nation safety for any home team and a match commissioner and they be making sure says our number of security personnel no ewo ho. And to me a nation safety meaning say match in tension wo bibia timisi. And to before some akobono some security for ni ndu sa na membo. And minim say the security officer of Nations FC or you so Jenny.
Yeah.
Okay, Chom say omumba embo, but minimum the country Chom.
Say match commissioner, Ojinamu Match Football Association. You no need to insist say because of presidency game no amount to us. But what you say? Yeah, can Nations FC any kwan some one of those things I also wonder and say match commissioner so be a money.
Match commissioner no catch Nations FC for say. Odi omumbo na police for ni bi. So you see
or
see ofrazim. Eba. And the country am so
be am match commissioner.
And the country am so mean blame match commissioner ni bebre ni say. Match commissioner no dey opese ball ne koso.
Didn't necessarily wo man koso.
Enti match commissioner no e ka say mo nkobo no. Wachecherew. So a nations one Rebecca said no member.
Kwame metiwase e won me so me no gina faako. But me so me point and say you the match commissioner you know the rules and regulations. You represent the football association. Asambisia and you won't able hold you responsible. Who know you the CEO of the match?
Or see police for the free dia can free
Bye hospital ya be come so no pem wasa be sabo bi no go stars play bia we play bia yen ko ba kwa kwa chechire wona no na koyo no pem adwuma footballers na we pronounce nko Dr. Ba mo ko ye ni nyina mo hato mo what I say in cry for hu nya so be Kumasi Sprinters Road 18 Junction wo na so ya re Kumasi so no aba ya to su na fe ya bo government hospital in chem wo pe ba Obegi
Kogu
Bibi abokodi
o nyankopa adama bibi ayebokopa yomini nyankopo enchamopa enano pay ye bechia ye tiefo nyina enchia no free Dr. Ba aso ye ho ane ye dema ye tiefo ene yahwefo enyina enano pay so eye dafofra nyankopon aya ma me ni umienu enti ene ye de asede me nyankopon ne ye culture wo se why ya de ha wo de ba bia obetumi aba eye ba hospital ayi wo Kumase atonsu agogo oba ye behwew ama won so onwo atonti anopai obaje Dr. Ba number ye didi dwuma no na afei wudu ani ache Dr. Ba ho na ehwew ama ye de afiu ni padwam ama won so onwo ato number no eye 0244 988 004 0244 988 004 and it was 0244 08 3482 0244 08 3482 me pa cha oshane so said Dr. Ba e wo Kumase atonsu agogo abai hospital na wa atonsu agogo na chi ana Dr. Ba yan yewo afe enkran ye was Painters Road 18 junction so ubehu Dr. Ba ewo ho ena no pay Mr. Oshene nso na hunu se ye kan Dr. Ba ne ye ka chamfo ba nyare obedwane am na ye bibiduro mu ayaresa sabe ye de ahaban ane di dwuma ewe ya se ho enti obi ayade adokoro no sabe nompemu yade pa si we de ne kasa mu abu we de ne kasa mu aye twitwiritwiri we de obre woni dompemu eno ana Dr. Ba yen yedi mu akotene na de e ka chi obi ane se hweye na no ma bi ba nipadua no mu wi dompe na obebo modern se wo de beba Dr. Ba ho hwe last week ma mi bi ba ya so e ho na oba ye no wuma no sade na osi etete ebre no na nya de ketwa na ni kotodwa so ni mupa edwe no pa chese eniso nkwa no wote na nsema no kan se wanante pa echina bre na obi ene ka che ne se ose no ni kotodwa ye ne ya obre wo nipadua mu no onfa nko Dr. Ba asoye ampa na ampa oba Dr. Ba yen ya soye na nyankopa daroma ye de haban to so ema no ema na chino 3 days time de catch and say omra unim say oba ye na afi osre obi anu oba na ni so sabi atata na ma oso otie mu no na chese emu adwo na wono atimi nante a chese oto abasa eno ana odi eje no ka chese baabi a wachina bre no na nkasa emu se de esi awe no na sha se ne nam na aposo na obreba no nim se obi na ato na du mesew we na me ka ho asem no obi dia eye saa woni nipaduam ono nso odwene saa enu nti na ama me ka saa asem we no enti mesew se ena no pai ebia na won kasa emu yo pa ukoto dwom yo waposo yo ya ebia wanya adwene bi se wonum nuro enso yade ne nkwa eno ana mi tufo aka cho se fabula Dr. Ba ho na da bia me ka cho se enya aduro bia na abanum akọ nipadua no ekosa yade o da bi gise wunya yade ne ho aduro ansa na yade na kọ enti se yade ye o na se wonunum nuro na nkọ che se yade kro no nya ho aduro ana wonum enu ti Dr. Ba so wa ukotodwo ye oya pa unika no kotodwo uni na ankasa na kra na butu so no sebe emu tutu ayi akwhye nchen ama na ukotodwo na wi wono ni nyina no wo de ba Dr. Ba ho a ye behwew ete sade ma mi ye chini mfie bebre anante ba bia me ampompa ya yiyi no ma firi nam na nso anko na wo de ba Dr. Ba ho no na nsape no ni kotodwo ni mu adwo na kire se wa ukotodwo ye oya waposo yo ya ukotodwe na wonworo ayiya wono amana chiechia ni nyina eye Dr. Ba yen ya so eye ho ana wonso obeba ama wonso ho ato afa na me no wudi nkomo afa enkwala ne ho da bia me ka tro ne se yema mofro kwan no mra yen chen na wenum se na osro ahini eye omo dia sa na tie obi asuan eye akwala ansa na obenyini na akwala no ye wo a ye wono ma bia wo sa wudi nka ye akwala atena se na wawe ano asole na wanante enso ne obi a wo ba ekomfie nan ekomfie miensa mfie nan mfie mienu akra no de ne transe enye ye no ntimi kura transe no watimi awea sabi ansa no watimi asole anante obi o ha ne ba odi ni si wa na ni mu abu obi o ha ono nso ne ba no watimi transe ba ontimi nsole se obenante obi ba odi ni gyan so nante ana ne ho pochechechechecheche rabi anante an wa ye din ama no a wontimi nante no onfa na ni nche Dr. Ba ho akora bi ayawo na wontimi ntena no omra Dr. Ba ho fisi ye ne enum nipadua no yade kro fa ya aba amenkasa ni mu aye mra ena wudi akora ni si wa na ni mu abu afa wudi akora ni gira kro wontimi nyina no anante ni nyina no ena no peye ka cho se Dr. Ba number edidi djuma ye 0244 988 004 0244 988 004 no fresa number no na wo ba na wo konfie na mfie mienu mfie miensa a wontimi nsore nante ye wadu mfie nu mfie nsia a woda so te fom no wode ne ba Dr. Ba wa ye won haba ye de bekeka akwala no ama ono so nyankopon adaroma watimi asore anante ama won so wasomwadwo enti ne ebia wo ba na ye wo no awuyem ye atwe no ne yakotwe ne nsa bi ama na akwala ne ntimi control ne nsa kora woya na ne nsa no ntimi mpagya mfa nyehwe ni nyina no wode ba Dr. Ba wa ye ma akwala bi eni dem ewo kroma anasasi so enu nti ne ye to nkra ka che wo se ubana wo ya di dem no abra ye gina wo ana wo yemu no wo de ba Dr. Ba aso ya ye won haba ye de bekeka akwala no ama nyankopa daroma ono so enya no fa wodi enti obi a ne ba nante ho aye de ama no onfamra Dr. Ba aso eye dani danyina ye ka sikire yade asem kire diabetes asem na ya ne ye ka no eye yade bi a no hyepa wo sugar na ehuri kosuru bebre na trade wo senke bani padua ni mu a afi na mani padua no ohaw ne amane abam enti obi a onim se sugar ne kra wo bi enti obesole na ne honam ye ne basa pa wo hu de wo ye no mesro hyase na hyase na ko check sugar no bra Dr. Ba ho ne check ne hwema wo na sugar no wa hwe ya awieye no onbenya nkasa mu yade ebetimi ama wo nkasa mu asai ayo ya ebetimi am yatwa wo nan ebetimi ama sabe wani kura fra ebetimi asai nipadua no enu nti na Dr. Ba se wa ya bibiduro bi ahaban na ode aye a obi a sugar ana diabetes won so ni sugar ni timi huri trap de ho a enye ye ntimi mafom no oba Dr. Ba ho a nyankopa da roma ye de ahaban ni aduro ni bibama wo ama won so sugar no atimi abaye ena no pa mi ni wudi nkoma ni edi nkomo afa obi ani sisi ye ne ya sisi ya de pa de wo suro fele Dr. Ba enu nti na obi sisi ye ne ya pa na se ye kire ne kwan so omra Dr. Ba no otimi bepie Dr. Ba wa ube hu sentem pa na sisi ya de afiri ne so ensan se ye wa adura de betita usisi nachi amu oda kakra emre tia bi wo sole a ube hu se ye obi ana wo tie pensi bia na wu no wo sisi no no na ni nyina adwo na fe wanyamfa hodie enti na no pe obi ani sisi na ye ne ya obu asisi ya de enti wo sifiri ka mu a ontimi ntiri ni mu otimi di ba wana wa ansa na otimi atini ni mu anante kakra obi soli free ne mpa so a obe hu se ni sisi nti ontimi nko ba bia ni nyina no ode ba Dr. Ba wa ye wonro won haba ye de be wura nipadua no mama wo sisi ya de no afiri wo so ama wo so onya afa hodie ena no pa ye di nkomo ne ye ka kire wo se obi a wanya adwunum ha eye dambo obi a ne babi ne wanya adwunum ha obi a ne maami bi wanya adwunum ha mesra wo obi duru baabi no nya adwunum ha wa hwe no ma bi obeye no ode no ma foforo ene besusu no enti wo babi wo nua bi wo maami bi na adwunum ho aka yese wo se wode ne baba Dr. Ba yen ya so eye ho na fe ya mana bibiduro ama na duro ama no nso na adwum ha no atimi akọ afa osafo nteni obi owo yamkuro osa eye Dr. Ba afa twera yade nyina no eye Dr. Ba so eye ana ade beba ame ahwewo afa obi de ye kompo mesrew wo de ba Dr. Ba ye wo ho aban a ye beyi kompo no afiri so obi de ye fibroid eno nso wo de ba ye behwewo afa mema bebre dwonso sam nkoye obi ye de rubber to ne bemam ni nyina wo ba Dr. Ba ho a wo ye bema na wo bema sam nkoye ni nyina Dr. Ba e wo ho aban wo ho adura de behwe ama wo so nipadua no emu adwo ama yade bia afiri wo so ye de kasa ni nyina abawieye de na no pen ya na me pesa me catch say Dr. Ba ya yaresabia Dr. Ba ya hospital enti ye hwe yade bia wo enti ade bia change wo nipadua no ma efre no yade bia no ba bia wo de beba ama wo so asoma adwo eye ba heba hospital e chamfo ba dodo nyina bo edi nyare wa nyina bedwan no ho ene wo se wo ba emi hwe wo ma yade ko ye number no eye 0244 988 004 0244 988 004 and you was 0244 08 34 82 0244 08 34 82 me pacho Dr. Ba ewo Kumase atonso agwaban hospital nachi anan so ye was Pinterest road 18 junction mesraw se wo yade dompem yade bia na baabi ba ko pe wo se wo de ba emani da so ba mu no eye ba ogu yakupon sham
okay mera say ever ko kangen wo mesraw and the betting codes no are available at Fatu Television also fast for my abra ye ko kangen anaje drinking water na ya kwa kokobon komo Steve are ready me say kangen no esinanim alkaline water no yankwe Steve bibia bokodi
me nyame adom bibia fine
me say wusuo ni si wenim
pia wa no pe mabwa
kama television so betimi a screenshot fast into back to Steven me back to studio na ye monkomo na Steven I ready
Kweku I no ntina
wusuo na you ready
kangen de makase me anopa isi makase nipa bia wo sori anopa mentwe masukom ne wansa e wasa wo tole anopa na no wadi kan no nsuo no so no no mano anom kangen yeah people have reasons why omonom kangen amanfo woni nti a ofra bruchire ba Ghana o se me pe kangen energy drinking water ene makase kangen nti amanfo fra bruchire ba na omo san to nsuo free ho no ba no ene dodo na omo mate kangen kan de omo ba na just straight because kangen is an international product and Ghana hanom kumasi ha ye no akọ Ghana ha ba bia anope de ye hwe eye kangen energy drinking water no the benefits of alkaline water therapy ne ye ka therapy na nye bibi kesi bia de tie ne say o de kangen energy drinking water ya alkaline water no eye wunsu ade bia wonom odi aye wunsu a de bia wonom mfaso no ebi ne sen na open mfaso ne bi ehu a ene no maka say research ntino nimdie no information we are in information world information o ba bia odi was smartphone na ekuta wono Google nebisa say what are the effect of drinking acidic water. What are the effects of drinking acidic water? Onom acidic water aya na nsunsu so obi ni sen. Na straight away Google edi meba internet nso obinya se ne tie ba bia obesearch bia be kire o se obi a wota nom acidic water no wo system no wo immune system no eye weak. Enti ema nipadua na nkasa ntimi nkoyare. Ena afi nso no ema organs nso no eno so emfanshin yi ye kan organs ebi ni liver ebi ni wakoma ebi ni wahrawa ene ye friend saying eniama ebo ni pedua no by those are your organs intimi function yi enti acidic water won sunsun so bebre emadiane a wudi kra intimi nyam yi emma wo ho no ma wudi abo se na obo so ehyehyew na aduane asa aba begina obo ho a ose na koma ho ehyehye no ene ade sa no ma we nyina no as a result of excessive acid I woni peduam enu nti ena kangen ye say energetic drinking water kangen energetic drinking water no we 1 liter your 500 ml no share squeeze back ya na masie ya we screen so a 500 ml no 1 liter ni nie 2 liters ni nyina ho anopei de be amekasa wo sore a weight sen we obi a we bear from 50 we 50 gram at least adechien one nom we kura na nye 2 liters emu mienu mako be mienu bomo ne se obenye bi no wanom na obo no se number be ne be fra ye benya mo ye kase ya numbers no mo hwe TV so ne social media no numbers no na e-flow screen so no for radio which my friend was 0507 379474 0507 37494 announce 449191 0241 449191 offer sa number na obetimi enya esisi ya work office ye say ye deliver ye ma free delivery into place order no na edoso kama kakra baby awo no ye di nsuo no ebebrew o outside Kumasi na wutia o de frɛ sa wo pese wutu na woton a me ha ho say ebede na nsuo na ba bedu ebi o watakwa o region or eastern region or Accra maybe a wo bia no man how say nsuo be na ba bedu o de frɛ na place you order no place you order na especially major distributors or more place order for be to 70,000 be to 80,000 50,000 plus 20,000 plus near de e be to 10,000 and how ho kra place order no ye di nsuo no ebe bro direct say your kasa ye didi djuma na Ghana ha nyina region bia ni ho akange na energy drinking water anyhow the entire ISA say ne education na akọ amadodo na hu say ade akange na energy drinking water in fact yinsu a was nipa bia etimi enye bi na onom na onom a eboa na ne moa ne mfaso a ye nom as alkaline water no medical kan edikan detoxification ye ka detoxification a ehohoro fi efri nipaduam esanso ema acid e woni nipaduam no e balance the ten said the pH of kange na energy drinking water yi 7.5 to 8.5 Senator na last week ye demonstrate machine na edi nsuo no say machine no e contain titanium coated platinum plate na outlet of machine e kuta 2 tubes nsuo no every machine mo ba no ye wo acid no e fa 1 tube mo apie e na alkaline na ye nom na no ye so edigu bottle yi mo say ye de ba dwama so no so e fa 1 tube different tube mo ye dey apie enti nsuo we no e nsuo a ya so ne so nye fin keke ne ye efrim na mmom no ya ionized alkaline friends say ionized alkaline water otum say na pomode no ade a ejina ne nanso na unsuo no a wonom no a onipadua no so ye den ejina nanso a ekonde ma kama acidic water testani de bia ka se kangen ye nim say yensuo no alkaline so de o test a e wo say unya blue ana say purple color enti da bia se woto a wo de be modern nya wo pH tester no na test nsuo na hwese nsuo ya minom yi na wo test nsuo na se ne ye yellow wo test nsuo na se wo to nsuo we ene ase orange color e kire se acid wom no enya asem ketwa ena nsuo nso e highly acidic a emmoa onipadua miminim ba bia wonya wo nsuo a wonom efiri na emom no de ye ton ena edi ho adanse ye kire se kangen edwuma ya ye nti no ya mbomode se e be test nsuo a wo do bebre na since ama test nsuo for the past by 3-4 years ni no menhu alkaline water nsuo bi ama test ya ama me alkaline pH 7.5 and 8.5 apart from kangen energy drinking water and yen enam said be a experiment na bribia no ya assess nsuo ni ye hwe se na tie nti no ye kan ye nsuo nti ye kangen ye so beto a wo de wo pH tester test and wo nsuo a wo nom no test na hwe se alkaline water na se acidic water last week me be a demonstration e kire wo ho abrofo no se ne o ma line up nsuo makoma ebi won ma nsuo be 30 different bottled waters e wo market no so no apɛ pH tester or test no waso ahwɛ se emu de ehe na ebe ye kama e de ama na pomodin enye about nsuo no ne da ye wo wanum enye din a agye enye ba ya che da bi ni nsuo no ne quality and it is about time I own some pasia technology esesa entino kangen ye no ye use electrolysis process and ye produce ye kangen energy drinking water enti wo a wutie mi a na ade awudidi abegina obo na obo ta hyehyew wakoma ho hyehyew obo ho no ma na poso ne ya pa because ade acid ha no me pa cho sa ne ma makasa nye yare bia na ye dunum yare bi wo ho no ma ohia nsu papa wo nipadua nom sanse nsu wo nipadua mu edoso esen aduane a wo nipadua obetima tena se na wohwe a bia wo nidi se na wohwe 7 days na wo nidi ya mra de obeye de na so sa wo nom nsuo mu a ebeboa ma sa fasting na wo ye no kra itimi otima ye ni yie enti obi onom kangen na je drinking water no oye fasting kra wo mre so what ya say enti bomode ma nsuo wi man pa ofie abofra timi nom pani timi nom obi a wafa yefunu kra mpo de yema na papa sanse abofra no da yefunu mu no ade a amniotic fluid na odem no alkaline in nature enti no onom alkaline water no eboa ehoro acid efri oni peduanom na afi nso no ade a emma wo body system no etima weki wo functions the friends wo organs ayadwuma ye ka wo organs a wakoma ebi ne wo harawa wo liver ebi ne wo sa ene no nyina wo kidney ni nyina e function ye kama ye pa ama ni pedua no etimi ejina ni na so aduane nso bo didi a entimi nyam ye me pa cho acid edoso woni pedua ma odidi a entimi nyam ye enti bomode obi onom kangen energy drinking water ye purely alkaline no unya very healthy digestive system a odidi a yam kama obo ho no ma na ne nan enti ye dwuma kakra no wa ye mre me pa cho acid emanipa gun tem enti mayemfa eni agrokra enti abaha no ma na asman say ye ton kangen energy drinking water amount no on say obenya e 1 liter mu obenya 500 ml mu ye sanso wo dispenser 19 liter dispenser eno ye be fele ama ne bo no e wo fam abusua ni nyina betumi anom o ye company a group of company and so ye company a me pa cho o dispensers amu yusu nyina o de ba kangen ye be fele e de ama kama ya so ye dispenser bottles ni obetima beton foforo na wa fele e de akona de ntia ye educate nipa se ma wani nko wonsu a wo ho ne se wonsu a wo nom ho ne se acid edoso wonsuom na wo nom na ebi okra wonim but ema wo gontem ema wo cells ere na ache wo oxidize into wo no a obi otanom acidic water enchena ne honam etwintwam but obi odi alkaline foods no onom alkaline water na bribia wo look fresh even though wenyi but otum say honam na bribia no fresh because alkaline water no support saade we nyina ema body ni hydrate better into bomode na nom kangen energy drinking water ebo no so enye den we mako 6 in a pack 30 Ghana cedis that is 1 liter no 500 ml no mako 12 in a pack just 30 Ghana cedis sisi ya any kangen water so hwemu a oko market pa dia 500 ml hwemu 12 anka one bottle 2 cedis 50 pesos and then you do say na o market a obenya bottle baako 2 cedis 50 pesos but this one cry alkaline all over the world we are see afana nyina no alkaline water ne bo din esen regular drinking water but still kangen water no energy drinking water no ya ensure say bo no ebe stay at a level a Ghana ni bia betumi aden enya bi anom na boa amanfo obi wo hono ma say ya kase ye bie phone line say amanfo mfre no mo nkyere nsuo no de aya ma omo a adanse amanfo bedi na ma ensama amanfo beka no beka se bi nsuo no kangen energy drinking water so we enye duro now so enam say eye nsuo a eyi acid efri ni peduanom na acid bia enimu ntino obi a onom bia one ni moja eflow yie bema nso uye bema kra na obetima bo adwuma yie ma oyera bo abaso a mepa cho moja ntimi ni efro sane yie a enche na wago bema sa na tie enti bomoden na ma wani nko nsuo a wonom ho much as I will pay attention to aduane a wudie no me ne wo kra nka meka se nsuo a wonom kra po pay attention more because nsuo de uya den a nsuo a woni peduanom edoso ese aduane a ekoni peduam obo ho ade che kra onya nsuo no moye mepa cho bomoden so benya kangen energy drinking water no bi no wanom one alkaline two esanso microclustered water anyone yen kitten no ma rural cells no yie ma cells no be very lively ama ne ma konkan e de ma enti no da bia me betena na so won se me honam ntwintwam ye won se skin no flesh flesh no very fresh and afin so e ma no hu omo se omo mota nom kangen energy drinking water omo look very fresh obo okro de ohru ni tinwuma e ma tinwu no krampo ye den kama because your beauty water 6.5 6.4 pH a de kangen water machine no and a produce ni nyina opportunity e de ma your numbers no mo am show screen so no betima peke for radio numbers no 0241 91 office CR office yabefa o send SMS and answer WhatsApp message voice note na ubisa bibia fa nsu no a yebeyi wa no number no 0241 4491 91 office CR yabefa question bi obebisa no so no yebe deliver kama e de amount kangen energy drinking water Kweku
Victoria's Collins is still or
Victoria's Collins yes
also distributing
one of the oldest your friends the distributors of Kangen energy drinking water na ensoto I didn't see ensoto Victorious Minia Michao pa
me that say yet was when na afi